Committed to the fight against COVID-19. That's why we offer no-cost, contactless COVID-19 testing with same-day results at thousands of locations nationwide for patients ages 3 and up. Our pharmacy experts have administered millions of tests and are here to help when you need us. Schedule your COVID-19 test at no cost to you at walgreens.com/COVID-19 testing.
No cost to you with most insurance or government assistance. For ages 3 and up at select test locations. Test results turnaround time may vary by location depending on test type.
Hey, you want to get a Big Green Egg? The best place to go by far is Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up the Big Green Egg for you, and they make it so easy. Follow them on Instagram. It's Wassie's Meat Market, or just go to their website, wassiesmeatmarket.com, to get your Big Green Egg today.
Well, the Ding Dong Doorbell Camera Company is at it again, and this time they're sharing your internet with your neighbors. And even better, there's no way for you to know which neighbors. Isn't that nice? Some internet providers can even flag your account because this very likely goes against your internet agreement. Allowing strangers to connect to your internet is inherently risky. I don't know if you know this, but sharing the internet connection could pose a risk that third parties can even get access to all of your data. All that banking, all that information going back and forth across your Wi-Fi, they can hack into that. That's why smart shoppers only use SafeTouch security. Only a SafeTouch system assures you the complete peace of mind that you have the best security available. Even your cameras are protected by the SafeTouch systems. With a SafeTouch system, you not only get the fastest possible emergency response, you have complete control over your system's camera and internet. And with systems starting as low as $29.95, you can't lose. Call for a free demo and consultation today. I think you'll be incredibly impressed. That's safetouch.com. State license EF233.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts knows it's important to be prepared for the upcoming storm. With hundreds of items from flashlights and tarps to generators, gas cans, power inverters, tools, and cleanup supplies, our professional parts people can help you find the right emergency supplies to weather any storm. Visit your O'Reilly Auto Parts store or O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Team USA is training hard and ready for the Olympic Games. And so is Jacob.
Woo! I've got my lucky shirt and Xfinity Flex.
Ooh, yeah. Jacob's family got Xfinity Internet with the best Wi-Fi for their home and a Flex 4K streaming box free, plus Peacock Premium included. So Jacob is ready for anything.
Go Team USA!
With medal ceremonies, highlights, interviews, and more, plus apps like Disney+, Netflix, and Hulu, it's all of Jacob's favorites in one place.
Can your internet do that?
Get ready for the Olympic Games with Xfinity Internet for only $25 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. And get a Flex 4K streaming box free, plus Peacock Premium included. Offer ends August 8th, so go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today to learn more. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Restrictions apply. New performance starter customers only. Equipment taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Subscriptions required to access streaming services.
Xfinity, proud partner of Team USA.
Rates as low as 1.99% and no payments for 120 days with approved credit. Visit nationstrucks.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries, call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers.
You are now listening to the Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
As right, guys. Here we go on a Friday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate it today. We do have a lot of stuff happening. We will know the day of the week by the end of the show. I promise you that. We'll get you caught up on news here soon. Embers only turning you on to a really nice smoke, and today's is a good one. Nicole DePrey will join us today. Trivia, Ross Thoughts, Last Call. 3 opportunities for you to get into the summer of stuff, and starting at 4 o'clock, a chance to win $1,000 every hour on the hour. What is up? It's Friday. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deborah Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead, producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
And, of course, the comedy alien, Mr. Ross Padgett.
How are we doing, Jim?
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Find us easily on social media. Instagram, Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show. Twitter, just at Jim Colbert Show. And we have a YouTube channel now at The Jim Colbert Show again. And a Twitch channel now, I guess, as well.
What?
Stop it.
We're everywhere. My God. Plus, we do broadcast on Facebook as well. That's Jim Colbert Show, The Jim Colbert Show, actually. Take us wherever you go using the iHeartRadio app. What an actually weird Friday. We don't have it. It's not raining yet. You know, we don't have any. It's just
emphasis
hot.
on yet.
Yeah, just hot. Welcome to the show. Look, there's a couple things I'm going to talk about in the first segment, but we have a series of videos up on JimColbertLive.com right now. Ross put them up a little bit earlier, right?
I did. With a question mark?
No, it wasn't for you, buddy. I was just joking.
Oh, God.
But Jack put them up, and this girl who won the spelling bee. Now, I know that she is getting a lot of attention today, but sometimes maybe not exactly for the spelling bee aspect of it. And as news started kind of leaking out about who this 14-year-old girl from Louisiana was, Zaila Avant-Garde.
Which is the coolest damn name.
It is the coolest name, with a hyphen, by the way, with a hyphen.
Yes.
And, everybody sees her as the spelling bee champ. You're like, oh, man, that's awesome. And then you start doing a little research on Miss Zaila. And I will tell you, she is like an incredibly gifted person. The spelling bee was a breeze compared to some of the other stuff that she is pulling off. And if you want to go check it out, JimColbertLive.com, there's a basketball video of her going through some skill stuff, some dribbling exercise, and some shooting stuff. Man, but there is a video of her doing a thing called bounce juggling. And it's where you take those playground balls, they come in different sizes and stuff, and you bounce them on the ground, and as you're doing that, you're basically juggling. So you're doing like 4 or 5 of them at a time. I think there's one video where she's doing like 7 of them at one time.
I think 6 was the record.
She actually, speaking of the record, she has 3 world records for juggling. And when you say that this makes the spelling bee look easy, I mean, she's been prepping for the script spelling bee for 2 years.
She's 14.
And
14 years old.
14 years old.
And in one of those videos, she was 12 years old, Jimmy.
Right.
The one where she was doing the basketball drills and shots. Amazing. We also have the video of her winning the spelling bee, as long as it was with those basketball drills as well, and the juggling, and it's all at JimColbertLive.com.
And I have to tell you, I've said this a lot about sports and with anything in regards to entertainment or what you're doing. The people I like to watch have fun while they're doing it. Like it's really fun watching athletes or watching performers at any level have a good time at what they're doing. And of course, it makes it that much better when they're extremely good at it. Man, does anybody have more fun at life than this little girl?
Doesn't seem like
14 years old when she won. She was doing jump spins on the stage. It was just, I hate to stereotype, but it didn't come off like your stereotypical spelling bee kid, that are usually very well reserved, buttons all the way up to the top.
She was, what's the word, cool.
Yeah, she's very cool and extremely smart, and she's one of those very special people. We were talking a little bit before the program today. She's one of those very special people that does not have a left or right. You're either left-hand dominant, right-hand dominant, you left eye dominant, right eye dominant. There's a balanced situation with your right and left. There's that equilibrium thing. She doesn't have any of that. It's all one to her. She's like an octopus. Everything kind of works together in unison at all times. And to watch her do the juggling thing and watch her brain kind of calculate all of those things happening at one time, genuinely amazing stuff, man. I must have watched that basketball video 10 times this morning, just watching that handle as she went through those cones and then just lit it up from everywhere on the court.
She's also the first African American winner, I believe, in the 96-year history of the spelling bee.
She is. They did have a black winner before, but she was a Jamaican. I think she was a Jamaican girl or a young man. I can't remember if it was a boy or girl, but it was Jamaican. She is the first African American to win the Scripps Spelling Bee. It happened right here in Central Florida.
Could you spell the word that she won on?
I mean, if you gave it to me without me knowing it, probably
Mariah?
not. Yeah, I mean, I know it was Murraya.
Yay!
Yeah.
You did it.
But it's a tree. I read the word.
It's a genus of the tree,
but I mean,
we watched the clips.
We could do our own spelling bee if you want.
I
can think of a couple words.
fun.
Who do you think is the best speller on the show?
Me, no doubt.
Ross.
You
Ross,
guys,
for sure.
I didn't actually think you guys were going to yes and that.
Oh,
That's
no,
what's up.
Oh no, I didn't. No, I don't think you.
A challenge.
A challenge.
I'll try my best. That's all you need to do, right?
Why?
I mean, huh?
But we should have like Scott Maxwell, a man of letters.
A man? But I don't want him in there. I mean, he's smart.
Well, he would be the moderator. He would moderate between the four of us.
Like, I wouldn't have any problem with that at all. We'd have Maxwell do a little spelling bee for the Jim Colbert show.
I think it would be a good time.
He gets to pick the words. Who feels like looking stupid?
Yeah. All right, baby.
Don't we do that every day?
Who feels like looking real stupid?
Exactly.
All right, 407-916-1041. Also, I read an interesting story today. We may talk about this a little bit later. I do want to talk about it now, though. There's a book coming out. As a rule, I don't read books about celebrities unless they're kind of like, if it's a comic, like I read Steve Martin's book because it was brilliant and unbelievably good and interesting and all those things. But I also think he's brilliant and interesting and fun. And I read Jon Stewart's book, America, which was also one of the funniest reads in the history of my life is that book, America, by Jon Stewart and the Jon Stewart
I have
Show.
that book, yeah.
It is blanking brilliant. I mean, it is brilliant. But that's not this. This is a celebrity that's writing a book. It's coming out. And let's see if you guys can pick this guy out. Mexican-American.
Okay. Cheech Marin.
Legendary kind of bad guy / bad guy.
Oh, God.
James
Esposito?
No,
James
the Machete guy.
What's his name?
Oh, that is
Danny Trejo.
That's it.
There it is.
Danny Trejo is going out with a book, and I have to tell you, when I'm reading excerpts from it, what do you guys know about him?
He has a taco restaurant.
Right, he does. He just opened up a taco restaurant, I think, a couple years ago.
I know that when asked to guess who it is, I say a Spanish song that features Justin Bieber. That's what I just learned.
Okay, that's not exactly what I'm shooting for. How old do you think he is, by the way?
I think he's 68.
Yeah, he's 77 years old, right? So he's 77 years old. And to read the excerpts from this book really is one of those things. It's like the book by the cover kind of thing.
Right.
Because when you listen to this guy talk and then you see him on screen and you see his kind of how he rolls and how he looks.
With those tats, is he a Crips or a Blood?
And the scars, it wasn't that. He was part of a Mexican street gang for years, or I'd say a Latino street gang in L.A. for
Latin
years.
Kings?
No, nothing like that. They don't really
okay.
name anything like that. But he talks about going to prison and looking at some real time there and then kind of making a pact between himself and and God. He talks about it openly. He's like, I'll say your name every day if you get me out of the situation. I'll do nothing but try to help people. And he gets released 2 years later, and he keeps his word. And his story from that moment on is really interesting. And I cannot wait to read this book. I mean, just the excerpts are inspirational. I'll be dead honest with you, because the guy was just born into a situation that was built to lose. Like a lot of people are.
Yeah.
But he found a way to scratch himself out of there and just kind of make a pact with himself and with God, and got out there and just, made a life for himself. And he's got a real unique way at the way he looks at the world of acting. He says, I don't care if I'm the lead or an extra. I'm going to go at it the same way, and I'm a working actor. I'm not a star or any of those things. It's just a real neat, refreshing look at stardom at that level, because he's a pretty big guy.
I'm sorry, I just can't get over how much of a POS I was when I was 14.
You going back to Zaila?
No, I'm not. I'm still not over that. You want to talk about the inspiration of Danny Trejo, and I'm like, oh man, that's not. I can't even. I just nailed the there last week.
Yeah, he was. I guess he was. He said I was at one point in California's death row in 1966 at age 21.
Whoa!
He spent 17 years behind bars, and total in his
Wow.
life. So he's the real deal. It's called Trejo, My Life of Crime, Redemption, and Hollywood. He writes it with a buddy of his named Donald Logue, I believe he's an actor as well. And he talks about how his daughter taught him how to treat women. And I think a lot of men go through that. You know, if you go through relationships and you have a daughter, you watch how your daughter reacts to you, to how you also treat women as well. He said he learned a very important lesson. So check that out. It's called Trejo. I'm kind of interested of reading. I really am. I'm excited about it. Because I think interesting stories for people like this, that are those outliers in Hollywood, not the big stars, really are unique people. And,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm kind of looking forward to it. All right, 407-916-1041. Deb, what do we have coming up in news today?
Well, the manhunt continues in the assassination of Haiti's president. Already been some very interesting arrests so far. A Florida congressman is apologizing for a tweet on an officer's condition, and Tom Brady jokes about, tossing around the Stanley Cup.
Right, of course, because that's what he does.
Because that's what he does.
He tosses championship trophies from boat to boat. He, just parties with trophies.
Exactly.
That's what he does.
We're going to give you the details on that and a whole lot more coming up during Woke News.
Also, today we're going to talk about the right to repair. Have you guys been following the story of right to repair?
No.
Steve Wozniak, the guy who co-founded Apple, is behind this thing, and it's actually a really interesting piece of legislation and interests are trying to get the government to kind of open up ways that you can repair your own things. And, of course, his old company is the one standing in the way, or one of them for sure.
Oh.
Also, talk about vaccines working too well. The interesting part of medicine, and I think the ugly part of medicine, my wife and I had about a half an hour long conversation about this today, and this vaccine business is really interesting and how the companies have to look at it. You're seeing it in gas prices right now. There's no shortage we still have plenty of gas, but the companies are holding it back because they lost money for 18 straight months. So you're going to see $4 gas for about the next 3 months minimum. And it's a game. I mean, they could provide you enough gas to get you $2 gas, but that's not the point.
No, it's like insulin.
Plus, I have a question to ask about skyscrapers because of something that happened in Dubai and breaking the stigma of sex toys. We're talking about a bunch of stuff today here on the Jim Colbert Show. Hang loose. Deb's News is up next.
Oh, yeah.
More of the Jim Colbert Show right after this. Too excited. Giveaway.
Tell your smart speaker to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
And then tell your smart speaker to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio again.
Someone's always got to mess with it.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, shop the rest. Buy from the best. goldsmithjewelry.com.
Stop and go volume continues eastbound on I-4 coming in from Polk County between U.S. Highway 27 to Osceola Polk Line Road. We're heavy too westbound between World Drive and 429. We're still seeing some slow volume due to an earlier accident westbound near Central Florida Parkway. We're seeing delays back to Sand Lake Road. So far, the Beach Line, the 408, 417 are in good shape. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Truly Nolan.
Termites are hard to deal with on your own. Let the experts at Truly Nolan get rid of termites before they get in. Schedule a free inspection today at TrulyNolan.com and get $100 off termite control. Truly Nolan, family owned since 1938.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
Tickets are on sale now for our 2021 iHeartRadio Music Festival, September 17th and 18th in Las Vegas. Billie Eilish, Cheap Trick, Coldplay, Dua Lipa, Florida Georgia Line, J. Cole, Journey, Khalid, Lil Baby, Maroon 5, Nelly, Sam Hunt, Weezer, special guest performance by Phineas, and more on the T-Mobile Arena nighttime stage. Get tickets now through AXS.com. That's AXS.com.
Thank you for calling Navy Federal Credit Union. How can I help you?
Hi, if I'm in the Army, not in the Navy, am I still eligible for membership?
Yes, you are.
What about my sister in the Air Force?
Her too.
And my dad's a Marine.
We serve all branches of the military, veterans, and their families.
My dog is a retired military working dog.
I'll see what I can do.
Find out if you're eligible at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Look, staying healthy isn't easy. Watching your diet, hitting the gym, avoiding stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The new Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed is the only bed that effortlessly adjusts and responds to both of you. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. Don't miss our weekend special. The new Queen Sleep Number 360 C2 Smart Bed is only $8.99, plus special financing. Ends Monday. Special financing subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
My crusade for the perfect pizza crust has led me here, pining over a backyard wood-fired oven. But how do I bake this build into my budget? Where can I get some solid guidance on my finances? Who can help me understand if I have the dough for this?
A little financial advice. At Regions, we know that's important because your Life Green checking account comes with Greenprint, financial planning with a banker who will help you create a personal budget and live in the moment. Make your appointment at regions.com/Greenprint. Regions Bank, member FDIC.
Geico presents Motorcycle Word of the Day. Today's word is tank slapper. Is a tank slapper used to describe a handlebar wobble? Or is it a motorcycle joke that is so funny you just have to slap the gas tank with your hand as you laugh? As in...
Oh man, Daryl told me a great joke last night. It was hilarious. It was something about a dog wearing sunglasses. I wish I could remember. It was a real tank slapper.
Geico Motorcycle. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
If you've got an insurance question, you could talk to your Nana, but she'd probably just tell you how she insured her couch from stains by covering it with plastic. Or you could talk to your local Geico agent. They'll give you a different kind of warm and fuzzy, with personalized assistance for all your insurance needs, like how you could be saving on your policies. So let your Nana cover her couch in plastic, and let a local Geico agent help cover you, but not in plastic. To find a Geico agent near you, visit geico.com/local.
I've been watching this tree all year long, wondering on what side of the fence will the mango fall, mine or my neighbor's? Well, the mangoes always fall on your side during mango season at Pollo Tropical, featuring the new Mango Habanero Barbecue Duels, grilled chicken and pork with sides, or on a Tropi Chop with our new fries, topped with tangy Mango Habanero Barbecue sauce. And since you can never have enough mango, we've got mango cheesecake and mango lemonade. Summertime is mango time at Pollo Tropical, and make it a party with our new $2 rum mojitos.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell with the law firm Cordell & Cordell. Divorce can be complicated, especially if children are involved. If you're a father and want to protect your role in your children's lives, remember Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men with matters like these for 30 years, and we'd love to help you.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Orlando area attorneys. Online at CordellCordell.com. Orlando, Florida. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Announcer is a paid presenter. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
You don't want to mess with the IRS. They have the power to garnish your paycheck, levy your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. That's all true. But thankfully, they're offering a way out, the Fresh Start Initiative. If you qualify, you could save thousands. The experts at Optima Tax Relief will fight to get you the best deal possible. And they have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau to prove it. Call Optima for your free consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
For details, visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
I could ask my family for money, and I'm sure they'd help me out, but I'd rather depend on me.
An Amscot cash advance could mean up to $500 on the spot with no credit check. Get started at Amscot.com.
Amscot.
Some restrictions apply.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
Game on. It's all things sports this week on the free iHeart app. We've got you covered from the hardwood of the NBA Finals to the grass of Wimbledon. And get you geared up for the Tokyo Olympic Games. Plus, get the latest gossip around the NFL with the NFL Podcast Network, exclusively on the free iHeart app, as well as the Dan Patrick Show and The Herd with Colin Cowherd. And we always have the music with hundreds of playlists for anything sports. iHeart Sports Week on the free iHeart app. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts all in one.
If you ever need our help, we're just a call away. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1 on this Party Friday. You know what? I never got into Elvis Costello, but every time a song plays of his, I love it.
Partied with him.
Did you really?
At a U2 concert.
Wow.
Just came back from the bathroom and bumped into Elvis Costello and his girlfriend. It was like, all right, let's hang.
Was he cool?
He was very cool.
He's a really smart guy, by the way.
Yeah.
He co-hosts for, or he sits in for Conan sometimes. Then he used to sit in for a talk show host occasionally.
I did not know that.
I
thought he was married to Alison Krauss.
No, not Elvis Costello, is it?
I believe so, though.
Is it really?
I believe so, yeah.
The bluegrass singer?
Yep. I'm doing a Google right now.
Yeah, please do, because I know that he sat in. Elvis Costello sat in for a talk show host and co-hosted, or like Joan Rivers used to.
Right.
I'm seeing Stephen Colbert.
Stephen Colbert, there you go.
Yeah, take that.
Hey. You take that.
No, not
He
you.
did Colbert as opposed to Colbert.
We got to fight fire with fire, man.
Diana Krall.
Diana
Actually,
Krall.
is
See?
his wife.
Nailed
Diana
it.
Krall.
Krall is way different than Alison Krauss.
See?
But still.
Whoa.
Krall's a jazz artist.
Both surname starts with a K, right?
Yeah. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. First keyword in about 40 minutes or so. Welcome back. I'm Jim, Jack, and Ross right over there. Let's get some news. Here's Deb.
And now, it's time for Woke News.
It seems like kind of a misuse of the whole world.
On the Jim Colbert Show.
Woke News is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. Tomorrow morning, give him a listen when he's also host of the Home Loans Radio Show. 15 Colombian nationals and 2 Haitian Americans who reside in South Florida have been arrested for the assassination of Haitian President Jovenel Moïse. Florida Congresswoman Frederica Wilson says 28 suspects were believed to be involved in the plot to kill the president. They include 35-year-old James Solage of Fort Lauderdale and 55-year-old Joseph Vincent of Miami. Now, both are from Haiti, but they are U.S. citizens. 8 of the suspects are still on the run. First Lady Martine Joseph survived the attack. She was shot as well. She also continues to heal with round-the-clock police protection at Ryder Trauma in Miami.
Heard a rumor today that he had a detail of security on board, and the only 2 people that got shot were him and his wife.
Yep.
Like, none of the security detail got shot. Nobody else got hurt except him, and he got shot a whole bunch.
And
17-plus times. And if you hear the weapon, I think either it was Sean or somebody today was playing the weapon being shot. There's audio of it, of the shooting, and it is a very large, it sounds like an AK to me. That's what it sounds like.
Well, apparently one of the Florida men was said to be the translator for the gunman. So we still don't know what role they have, but yeah, it's interesting. It's always got a Florida angle.
It's a nice reminder whenever you get really upset about politics in this country. We didn't do that.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Also in South Florida, unfortunately, more bodies are being recovered at the site of the South Florida condo collapse. Miami-Dade County Mayor Daniela Levine Cava said the death toll is now 78. That comes after 14 more victims were found. The mayor added that 62 are still unaccounted for, and she said they're moving with, quote, great urgency, end quote, to bring closure to families who are still waiting to hear about their loved ones. Miami-Dade Police Director Freddie Ramirez says now that they're going on day 16, of course, yesterday was 2 weeks to the day since the condo tower had fallen, the identification process, and I have to plead ignorance, I don't completely understand what this means, but it's gone from rapid DNA to tissue DNA to pure lab work. He says every victim is being honored on site as they are recovered. And again, we talked about the fact that they are cataloging personal items.
Right.
More than 13,000 pounds of concrete and debris have been removed. That averages 16 truckloads per day.
Yeah, 13,000 pounds or tons?
Tons.
Yeah, it's got to be tons. I mean, 13,000 pounds is nothing for those guys. I wonder if the reason why they've switched those DNAs is because, it's been 14 days.
16
days, I'm sorry. And, look, man, there's, it's pancaking of a 15-story building. And as you get down lower and lower, the more weight. It's, obviously it is not going to be a pleasant situation from here on out.
Yeah.
I mean, not
So-
that it was from the very beginning.
No, but hopefully as they continue, with 62 unaccounted for, the hope is that by the end of the weekend, every single family will no longer have to wait and they can start their closure process.
Let me ask a silly question, and this has nothing to do with one of theirs. So don't try to draw a parallel between the two. I'm just asking. Do you think this affects the property value on either side of that building? For the buildings that are there, the ones the luxury units that are right next to them on either side?
You would think it does, but several realtors from South Florida are like, listen, the market is still hot as it ever was.
Well, I mean, the ones that are directly beside it, though, just because of the aura of it and possibly because of the same geological situations, maybe I wonder why. I wonder if.
I think long term, it really depends on a question that came up yesterday, and that's what is going to happen to the property.
Right.
Is it going to be a memorial, which would give it a different tone, as opposed to are they just going to rebuild a new building?
And that's the question.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll have to see what happens with all of the lawsuits, with the family, if they're going to sue a new developer. Yeah.
It would be strange just to have another building pop up, knowing that was the site of, so many people perishing.
Yeah. Florida Congressman Mike Waltz is apologizing for announcing the condition of an injured Daytona Beach police officer on Twitter. Waltz tweeted late last night that he had spoken with the chief of the Daytona Beach Police Department, who said Officer Jason Rayner was talking and opening his eyes. Waltz called it, quote, nothing short of a miracle, end quote. That doesn't sound all that bad, but this came after the police department had said no updates on Rayner's condition would be released out of respect for his family. So Police Chief Jakari Young responded by saying Waltz's action is a violation of trust. Prosecutors just yesterday charged Othel Wallace with attempted first-degree murder for last month's shooting of Rayner, and just today he pled not guilty. Apparently, he's not aware there's video.
Yeah, well, there's a whole bunch of it. There's no way he's not aware of that either.
Well,
I don't know what he's doing.
He did plead not guilty.
Maybe he's trying to plead just to get down to just get away from a death penalty or something. I don't know.
We'll be following that one because that's an interesting not guilty plea on that.
When you shoot a cop in the face at point blank, man, that's on camera.
On camera.
That's a ballsy one to not guilty.
One person is dead and two others are injured after a freak accident this morning where an ambulance collided with another car. Orlando police say the two-car crash happened just before 3 this morning at Edgewater Drive and West Smith Street. Once the Orlando Fire Department ambulance and the other car crashed into each other, the impact sent the ambulance into an electric pole and then into an art gallery building. Police say one person in the car died. 2 others were taken to the hospital after being seriously injured. The people inside the rescue unit only had minor injuries.
That is a nightmare intersection.
Oh,
and,
yes.
And the reason why, it's kind of an odd city block there in the dead center of College Park.
Is it that weird curvy one?
No,
where
it's not curvy at all. The problem is it's lined with buildings. So if you're going down there, you're going at a pretty good clip. There's no way for you to tell if anybody's about to intersect with you at all. And if you're an ambulance and you're reacting to an emergency situation,
where you may not be using your sirens because it's 2:45 in the morning and
who
you don't
knows?
want to wake up the residents. You are using lights, but you're not using siren.
A weird situation.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Florida's lone fatality in Tropical Storm Elsa. Yeah, there was one person killed in the Sunshine State. He's being remembered as a friend to everyone. That's how Deshaun Johnson's wife described the 25-year-old who died this week when a tree fell on a car he was in. The Navy airman based in Jacksonville was a father of 2. His widow says he was a loving father, husband, son, brother, and friend who knew how to bring everyone together. And what started as Florida's mess is now over the eastern part of Long Island in New York. It is absolutely slapping the Northeast right now, from Rhode Island, from Providence.
These videos
to,
coming out of New York City are absolutely insane.
It's insanity. It's expected to move offshore by tonight, but not before leaving behind a torrential amount of rain. Southern and coastal New England could see up to 4 inches with even higher amounts possible in some areas. The National Hurricane Center says Elsa's packing winds still up to about 50 miles an hour as it moves rapidly to the northeast at 31 miles per hour. I mean, Kelly Ripa the other day was talking about the high winds in New York, picking a table off the top of a really high building and thankfully hitting a car before it hit a woman in the back, at the back of her legs, knocking her down. She was able to jump up and kind of scamper out of the way.
Damn.
But yeah,
those rain videos are bananas coming out of the city.
If a table hits me from the top of a building because it's windy, I'm really looking at my last 20 to 30 decisions in life.
Well, speaking of things coming down, the SpaceX cargo Dragon capsule is set to splash down off the coast of Florida tonight. Not like we're going to see it, but still, officials say the capsule is scheduled to return to home planet at about 11:30 tonight.
Do they need someone to pick it up, or they have it covered?
I mean, if you're available, if you're
a spoober?
a spoober.
Yeah, get a spoober.
The Dragon is bringing back materials from 7 different scientific investigations that were done at the Space Lab at the International Space Station.
Space Lab.
All right, the Florida Aquarium is investigating what it calls a tragic course of events. Animal attractions in the Bay Area are just not having an easy time of it.
Not as good as the sports teams.
Not as good as the sports teams.
They're not champs.
It's a rule of thumb, man.
Yeah, you got to give something up, right?
Yeah, I guess. In this case,
It's like that Michael Che video. You got to trade something.
7 African penguins were recently found dead at the Tampa attraction. Now, there's no word on a cause, but medical tests or necropsies are underway. Officials say the remaining penguins at the facility are being watched very closely. They've lived there for a while. The penguin colony has lived at the Florida Aquarium since 2006.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
They live to be that old, huh?
And there's a penguin that's so old now, he's like 30, that he just had new orthotics made for his arthritic feet.
Get out of here.
I am not kidding you.
Please stop.
I have photos
Come on, you
of
hit
it.
30. You need to be put out the pasture.
Because
what is worse, the fact that that exists or that you have photos of it?
Well, I was going to post it to our blog.
On your favorites on your phone.
Your
I thought it
screensaver?
was cute.
Also, what's up? Who's the pet detective? And how do you not show up with a lot of hair product and a tropical shirt?
Right, exactly.
Talking through your butt. You got to lean into it.
Deb Ventura. God almighty, Deborah.
The Florida Python Challenge is officially underway. But the thing that you see, the takeaway that you're not taking from the story is that these animals are able to live so much longer in captivity that they're actually suffering from ailments that they would normally not encounter in the wild. You don't see a 30-year-old penguin, so they didn't know that his feet would get arthritic.
Yeah, I know, Deb, but the thing is, that's not really the funny part. The funny part is like when you read the penguin orthotics thing, I kind of believe you read it just so that you could tell us you have a photo of that.
No, I was going to put it on our blog.
On your phone. You have a photo of a penguin with orthotics.
Well, now you need to put it on the blog because we need to see this.
My mom has those.
Right.
That's what I'm
Penguins?
saying. These orthotic shoes are very comfortable. I believe it's made out of the same material as wetsuits.
They're not cheap.
And I don't know how much of a positive thing that is. Like, we take care of these animals so well that they have to conquer new problems.
Right.
Well, it's 6 of one, half dozen of another, but if it helps people fall in love and have some sense of responsibility to them when they're in captivity, then...
I heard the penguin heals, though.
The Florida Python Challenge is officially underway. More than 450 people signed up for this year's competition to
Jacking that
remove
penguin ass up.
Burmese pythons from the Everglades ecosystem. Of course, not native to the Sunshine State. They're negatively impacting our ecosystem by preying on birds, mammals, deer, alligators, you name it.
Right.
The competition has a professional and novice category.
All right, my novice sounds dangerous.
Virtual Business Services will award a grand prize of $10,000
All right.
to whoever can bag the most pythons throughout the 10-day competition. Since 2000, more than 13,000 Burmese pythons have been removed from the state, but does it matter? I mean, with
Alvin, load up the Tundra. We's headed south.
Is there any chance that penguin is thinking, end my life? End me.
He's got
Take these shoes off of me.
Orthotics and a fedora.
He does have a pretty snazzy hairstyle.
He's looking.
A Florida man says he was able to find two.
Can we stop the news so she can just focus on posting that picture on the blog?
Sounds like a myth.
It's not.
Sounds like Billy Idol the penguin.
It's a true story.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
a penguin with a snazzy hairdo and some nice orthotics.
The chosen one.
Tennessee tuxedo never fails.
God almighty.
Florida man says he was able to find 2 prehistoric megalodon shark teeth in just 3 weeks. You said that you...
What?
Says you used to do this stuff all the time when you'd go to St. Augustine beaches, right?
Actually, it was my son used to go and find arrowheads all the time. They would find shark teeth up there for sure, but this thing is massive, size of your hand.
Well, that's
like 4 inches long.
Yeah, Jacob Danner told WJX-TV he was walking on Fernandina Beach when he found a 4-inch tooth Thursday.
I'm with you, Jim. 4-inch, massive.
This comes
For a tooth, Ross, yes.
For a tooth and for a shrimp. This comes after Tropical Storm Elsa swept through the state. Now, Danner also said he had recently found a 3-inch megalodon tooth on the exact same beach. A Florida associate professor said the teeth could be millions of years old. They also noted megalodon fossils are usually around 30 feet long.
Damn.
So I don't know. Do you think those teeth would be worth anything?
I don't know if they are or not.
Too
I know
common?
they're very cool because they're black. They look like a gemstone when you see them there.
Really?
It's kind of weird. There's striations of the tooth. It's cool.
Oh, wow. All right. Let's talk about NFL quarterback Tom Brady is messing around with the NHL Stanley Cup. Their Twitter account after the Lightning won their second straight title on Wednesday, Tampa Bay. Brady, of course, famously tossed the Lombardi statue
from boat to boat
over the water to another boat after the Buccaneers won the Super Bowl earlier this year. Now, the Stanley Cup account mentioned Brady while saying it's too heavy to throw. So Brady responded saying, I'm not so sure because, quote, everything feels a little bit lighter after some tequila, end quote.
that guy was teenage girl drunk.
When
he was getting walked around.
Yeah.
Wasn't Gronk carrying him?
Oh, yeah. He was getting walked around like a scarecrow.
Yeah, there was a player who was kind of carrying him off, but arm in arm. But I like the fact that he doesn't shy away from this. He kind of leans into it a little bit.
But here's the thing: that guy has all the credit. So I mean, he's like, look, I've got all the credit in the world. I could literally go and do whatever I want right now, and people are going to be perfectly cool with it.
They're just going to love me. Well, the Stanley Cup, for those who don't know, does weigh more than 34 pounds, and details are set for Tampa's next title celebration. Mayor Jane Castor announced that a boat parade is going to take place Monday morning on the Hillsborough River, starting at 11, to continue past the Riverwalk to Rick's on the River to celebrate the Lightning.
I've seen the Stanley Cup. It's been
Have you really?
It's been in the studio. Actually, I believe in the other studio we saw it. And it is a mess. It has the years are on it. You can see it.
Well, there's two, right? There's a traveling one,
and then the dirty one.
I was going to say, would you ever drink anything?
No,
out of a
you don't want to do
Stanley
that. We saw the traveling one. I mean, Jack's right. It wasn't awful, but I mean, we saw they told stories, and we had pictures of the one that the players get, and it is a cesspool.
Yeah, they have to clean it.
Yeah.
They have a nice silver cleaner.
Thing gets pregnant, man. It's disgusting.
Wow. I've heard some stories, and of course, we did talk about the fact that cheetahs had their breakfast out of the Stanley Cup at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay the other day.
Oh, nice.
Just want to go back.
Oh, no, another animal story.
Yeah.
Next week. Those cheetahs are going to be sick.
Do they have orthotics?
Yeah.
And sweet hair?
As someone who has just recently fallen in love with tequila these last couple of months, it is now my go-to liquor. That's the most winningest quarterback of all time, more Super Bowls than any franchise. With that said, tequila stays undefeated. It
Undefeated.
beats everyone.
It does,
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
First
now,
Trejo, now Brady.
and now you all are officially woke. And Woke News is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. Tomorrow morning, maybe while you're getting ready to do some yard work or you're out going to yard or estate sales, give a listen as Don gives great advice as host of the Home Loans Radio Show right here on 104.1 every Saturday morning from 9 to 10:30 a.m. Maybe you're thinking about buying your first home or refinancing the home that you're in and you've got some questions. You can listen Saturday morning, or you can go to homeloansradio.com right now to get those questions answered and to apply for a free quote for a mortgage. The most convenient way to do so, see for yourself at homeloansradio.com.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. 20 minutes away from your first keyword of the day. Maybe you can win that $1,000. Maybe it's your day to take home that grand. Next, I have a science question for you guys. I have no idea. I hope I can get an answer.
You know you can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Hey, everybody. Good Friday to you. Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King and now Fox 35 Storm Center. I want to update you weather here in Central Florida for the rest of your Friday. Hot and humid, sticky, icky weather. 91 that high. Humidity remains high. And rain chance also high at 60 to 70%. We've got scattered showers and lightning storms coming back primarily after 2 o'clock. Tonight, rain wraps up before 9 o'clock. Mostly cloudy and dry through the late overnight. Saturday and Sunday, we'll have rain chance at 60% for the afternoon. Both days featuring a high at 90. For Fox 35, I'm Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King.
This report is sponsored by Rent-A-Kill Pest Control.
At Heron Home and Outdoor, we pride ourselves on providing thick, healthy, weed-free lawns. Keeping the grass on your lawn green and your shrubs and trees in tip-top shape is our specialty. Visit myheronhome.com today for a free quote and money-saving offers. Heron Home and Outdoor, your local lawn and pest experts.
Man, I got to tell you, if you have AC problems right now with what it's like outside, it is a misery. That is why you need the company on board. That's Mills Air here at Real Radio 104.1. We love these guys. You will as well. For since 1992 here in Central Florida, 29 years, giving you that incredible service. And what happened was Leon Mills years ago broke off to do his own thing with honesty and integrity, and he has the best techs out there. These guys know every system up and down. You don't even need to know what kind of AC you have. They're going to be able to fix it, have the parts on the van ready to go. Saved my butt a few months ago with that preventive maintenance plan. They found a fan motor that was about to go bad and replaced it that day. That's the kind of service you get. You can get it yourself as well. It's Mills Air. Find them online or find them on give them a call. Set your appointment at 407-277-1159 or get them online at millsair.com.
My fellow Americans, R.C. Hill here from R.C. Hill Mitsubishi. I think it's high time we celebrate. To help you relieve stress and start having fun again. It's time to let freedom ride and break free from your old ride. And declare your independence in a nicer, newer car for just $7 down. Have you been feeling put down, fed up, or just plain tired? Then it's time to let freedom ride. So keep your cash and drive a new 22 Outlander for just $7 down. All RC Hill Mitsubishis include a lifetime limited warranty. Even if you've heard no in the past, America is a land of opportunity. And I believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car today. So kick your old ride to the curb and let freedom ride for just $7 down. But hurry, this celebration ends soon. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Get free at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
$7 down requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. Example, stock number N12354. $7 down, $3.89 per month for 84 months. 3.9 APR. Offer absolutely expires on July 31st, 2021.
What? Just 15 seconds to talk about Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea? That smooth taste of real brewed tea with just the right kick of alcohol. What? We started already. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for it in the bright yellow cans.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Every day, someone comes up to me and says, Amy, how amazing is Xfinity Internet? And I always say, guys, I could go on and on about how it gives you more than just fast speeds for all your work, school, and everything from home needs, but I have places to be. I'd also mention you can save up to $400 a year on wireless when you add Xfinity Mobile and get nationwide 5G at no extra cost. But I gotta run. I have a thing. Really, it happens all the time. Can your internet do that?
Save on your wireless bill when you get Xfinity Internet and mobile together for just $40 a month. You'll get internet for 12 months with a 1-year agreement and mobile with our 1 gig wireless data option. Visit an Xfinity store to learn how our Switch Squad makes switching fast and easy. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 8/8/21. Restrictions apply. New performance starter internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Compares optimized pricing of top carriers. Xfinity Internet required.
At Checkers, we're loading up our next Baconzilla with melty cheese and plenty of bacon for Mary. See, Mary had a little trouble fixing up an old car today. A really, really old car. So we fixed up a couple of hand-seasoned 100% beef patties and topped them with melty cheddar cheese and crispy bacon, just for her. Mary, you got that old jalopy running again. Now go grab yourself a bacony, cheesy reward. You've earned it. Baconzilla, only at Checkers. Get it delivered through our new rewards app.
Listen to the Car Advice Hour every Saturday morning at 8, brought to you by Universal Tire and Auto in Longwood. Don't get ripped off at the auto repair shop. Let Mike and his crew help keep money in your pocket and your car safe on the road. Listen Saturdays at 8 to the Car Advice Hour on Real Radio 104.1.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell with the law firm Cordell & Cordell. Divorce can be complicated, especially if children are involved. If you're a father and want to protect your role in your children's lives, remember Cordell and Cordell. We've helped men with matters like these for 30 years, and we'd love to help you.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Orlando area attorneys. Online at CordellCordell.com. Orlando, Florida. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Announcer is a paid presenter. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
One day you're serving in the military, and then the next day you come home and you're dealing with an injury.
Britton is in recovery from an addiction to prescription opioids.
My opioid misuse and need got so strong. Addiction is hard. You're not going to fix it on your own. You have to reach out for help. The recovery side of it is amazing. You get to a place where you're proud of yourself again.
If you or someone you know is struggling, there is hope. Recovery is possible. Visit cdc.gov/RxAwareness.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. The one who just thought about checking your phone. How about don't? The car is no place for multitasking. Trust me, that text can wait. Those notifications can go unchecked until you get where you're going. Did you know that you can now be stopped and ticketed in Florida for texting and driving? So put that phone down and focus on driving. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
Still showing the world every aspect of your life on social media? Yep, us too. Find Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio. Real Radio. Real Radio. Real Radio. 104.1.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1 on this beautiful hot Friday here in Central Florida, broadcasting live right here from Maitland, just north of Orlando. I'm Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
Jack is right there. Word. And, of course, Ross is here with us as well.
Yeah.
He'll have his Ross thoughts a little bit later. Also tell you a little bit about a comedy tour he and Sabrina Amber from the News Junkie have coming up. A couple dates at the end of this month. I think it'll be a lot of fun for you guys out in Leesburg and Ocala who are fans of Real Radio and the shows here on the station. I'll be coming your way for some live comedy with one of the best lineups that I've seen in a while. It's good.
Looking forward to it.
And a lot of different textures in this comedy show I think you're going to like. A lot of different styles.
A lot of flavors.
All right, 407-916-1041.
A lot of pastels.
15 minutes away from your first keyword of the day. I was telling you guys beforehand I had a science question for you. And see if you can help me out here.
All right.
And for you divers out there, maybe you people you've dived before, Jack, have you not?
I do have advanced open water certification.
Do you have to recertify after a certain period of time? Like if you don't dive for a year, no, you can just go dive whenever you want.
And
Okay,
I forgot everything.
Hey, good for you. Schedule that trip. Yeah. Well, this is actually coming out of Dubai that now has the deepest diving pool on planet Earth. How deep do you guys think this pool is, Ross? 14 million liters of water.
Million liters.
Okay.
Liters. There's 4 liters in a gallon. So you divide it by 4.
If you could not do the math.
And then,
if you could not do the math and just give me a number because this is just a bit.
Okay, go 100 feet deep.
I'm going 100 yards.
So
that's 300 feet deep.
300 feet deep.
Yeah.
You're at 100 feet. What do you think?
You already told me.
Oh, yeah.
Do we know the width?
Oh, man.
That plays a massive role in this math equation.
196 feet deep, which beats Poland's. That was only about 100, I think, and 60 feet. So 196 feet. So you could put this building plus 4 others inside that pretty easily. And it's the deepest pool for diving, and it's kind of a cool thing. It's an attraction actually in Dubai. You get to dive, and then at certain
watch people die.
At certain levels, they have areas where you dive off, and it's a sunken city. There's a game room down there where it's a mall that got sunken. There's like a couple cars that are down there where you can dive around it. It actually
join us at the Ben's gift shop.
It's right, exactly. Take your time.
Yeah.
But it is really, really super cool. It also doubles as an underwater film studio. So if you have underwater movie you want to shoot and get some stuff, they have that all set up where you can do that. But here's the question. When you get done diving, let's say you've dived the deep dive pool and you've had a great time, they warn you when you leave, whatever you do for the next 18 or 24 hours.
Don't drink. Go ahead.
Don't do what?
I'm going to guess drink alcohol.
It says don't drink alcohol. That is not the answer.
Ooh,
Ross,
what do you
think
Ross?
the answer is? After diving in this pool that's 196 feet deep, being down there, doing the whole experience, when you come back up and you're going to leave the experience and go, oh, for the next 18 or 24 hours, don't do this.
There's 4 liters in a gallon. I'm gonna serious, like, drink milk. Aren't you supposed to not eat because you get cramps?
Okay, so
Isn't that a thing?
Can I tell you, how is it you stop smoking weed and sound more stoned?
I know. I was just thinking the same thing.
How is that happening?
You're
Is it
asking me
just
a
the
science
resin,
question.
Is it the resin built up in your brain and your cranium breaking free and then getting you high again without you even knowing it?
I think
like sideswiping you with THC? Is that what's happening?
I cracked my back and I got a flashback.
Jesus. Deborah, what do you think?
Don't have sex.
Don't have sex. No, that's not it.
Okay.
They tell you. You want one more shot there, tough guy?
Yeah. It's just carbs. Carbs.
Don't eat carbs. Why did I give you another chance? Yeah, that's a great question. I
You
need
were
to ask
so
myself.
helpful.
That's not the answer. Here's the answer. And here's where the science question comes in. They say, hey, man, whatever you do, when you leave here for the next 18 or 24 hours, don't go on a skyscraper. Because they have a lot of skyscrapers. Some of the tallest buildings, I believe the tallest building in the world is in Dubai.
Yeah.
And they say, whatever you do, don't go on a skyscraper. Or more importantly, don't go above 300 feet. Or, 1,000 feet. So when you get out of this pool that goes 190 feet below, and you're there, you obviously have to do the bends thing, I guess, where you go up. Like, what do you wait, Jack? Like at 15 minutes every atmosphere?
Not that long. Not that long. I think it's only a couple minutes.
So, but it can take you.
You do have to wait. And really, it depends on how deep you go.
Right, yeah. So depending on how deep you go, every atmosphere that you come up, every pressure level you come up, you have to wait at that moment, just suspend there for 5-8 minutes or so the carbon dioxide levels.
Yeah.
It's why it's a great place for the gift shop, because you can't leave.
But they tell you when you go, don't go into a skyscraper. If you go above 1,000 feet, you could have some massive problems. And then they end the damn thing. They don't tell you what the problems are. Are your eyes going to pop out? Are you going to bleed out of your ears? It doesn't tell you anything. It just says, don't go.
Well, ask Mr. Science over there,
That's
Ross.
my thing. What's the deal?
There's 4 liters in a gallon.
I don't think there is. I mean, it's close.
There's how many bushels is, I don't know, Jim. I don't know. You get a migraine. I think you get a migraine. I think you're maybe.
Do you think that they would warn you not to go to the top of the building because you may get a headache?
No, a headache is not a migraine. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you, Deb.
It's a big headache.
She gets it.
It's a big headache.
That is someone who's never had.
So
a
you're
migraine.
just going up in atmosphere.
I guess. I don't know. But I don't know. Okay, I don't know what the deal is. So, I mean.
A lot of people are texting fly. That's what they tell you after you dive is to not fly.
But
so.
why? I think obviously flying is over 1,000 feet. Well, you just pressure yourself from the bends. That's
Don't
my
get
whole thing.
mad at me, man. I don't know.
I'm just animating. I'm saying.
I'm bringing to life.
I'm bringing this to life. This argument has a soul now.
Go ahead.
Why can't you skyscraper?
407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Yes. God.
Even Ross looked up like, what the hell? Because someone said because of nitrogen.
Okay, man.
It's the same.
The nitrogen. It's the nitrogen leaving your blood. You get nitrogen narcosis when you dive deep if you stay down too long.
Okay.
Breathing that oxygen. So or the air in your tank. So. And it's allowing that to escape. But you are still changing atmospheres, even though you're not underwater. But the higher you go, you are still getting, there's less nitrogen in the air.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's the displacement of gases.
Well, I told you.
It's the displacement of gases in the body.
I am close on some of this.
Yeah,
I am as close, like Diana Krause, the crawl. Krause, crawl, Krause, crawl.
Jim, it has everything to do with with Boyle's Law.
407-916-1041. Text us 77031. If you know the answer.
I'm an MD. I believe it puts bubbles in your blood.
Yes.
Jim's a migraine. Oh, finally a texter I agree with.
Yeah, and it's 4 quarts in a gallon.
Back in a sec.
What?
Now, it's time to explore the world of cigars, spirits, and other things that make life worth living. This is Embers Only.
That's right, Embers Only, brought to you by Corona Cigar Company. 3 locations to serve you. Downtown Heathrow and, of course, Sand Lake Road. And look, everything you need for the cigar lifestyle is right there. Luxury cigar lifestyle. Of course, the humidors, the lighters, the cutters, all of the great smokes, and the spirits that make them that much more special. That's what they have at Corona. This week, the cigar of the week is the Corona Nicaraguan 20th Anniversary Natural Churchill. This is a big old stick. It's a big old cigar, probably about 8 inches long. A really nice, actually, you see it right there. It's actually about 9 inches long, right there on the table. There you go.
That's going to be an afternoon right
That is,
there.
but I have to tell you, this genuinely has become, and I was smoking one coming into work today, and I've smoked a lot of these cigars, but I haven't smoked one in a while. So that means I've smoked a lot of cigars since that. Man, I got to tell you, these guys at Corona kill this private label game with their smokes. That is an in-house cigar that smokes like a $20 cigar. Rich, beautiful cocoa nib flavor in there with some leather and some spice. About an inch and a half into this thing, it is a monster. You're going to love it, and it's a great buy for only $9 a piece. This is one of their best-selling cigars in the store, and there's no question why. Like Ross said, it's long, you get a nice long smoke, and it tastes good all the way down the cigar. Well put together. It draws great. You're going to love it. It is the Corona Nicaraguan 20th Anniversary Natural Churchill. They're $9 each, and you can get them right now at Corona Cigar. 3 locations, downtown, Heathrow, and Sand Lake Road.
Those private labels, I just wanted to hop in, go on record. Those private labels are the best bang for your buck.
It is. I mean, they make so many, but that particular cigar is one of my favorites. It is absolutely delicious. So kick it over to Corona Cigar. If you're out of the area, coronacigar.com. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Your chance to win $1,000 is just minutes away on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, shop the rest, buy from the best, goldsmithjewelry.com.
Still looking at stop-and-go traffic eastbound on I-4 from U.S. Highway 27 in Polk County to Osceola Polk Line Road. It's also slow between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. As solid ride continues near the Celebration area westbound between World Drive and 429. The 408 up to speed as well as the beach line. No reported issues on the turnpike. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. In a world full of things you never thought possible, here's one more. Now you can get high-quality auto insurance from Allstate at a new low rate. With Allstate, you can lower your rates, not your expectations. Visit allstate.com or call an agent for a quote today.
When it comes to your bathroom, here is what I know is good. A beautiful bathroom in your house makes your house just feel better. There's no question. I mean, when you walk into the bathroom, it's nice. It's like that spa-like environment. Your whole home feels amazing. Well, imagine if you've done that work to your house. You've painted. You got the beautiful floors. You've done everything outside, too. The only problem is that bathroom. And you don't want to get started because you've heard so many nightmare stories about how difficult it is to find somebody that you can just trust. That's where Rebath of Mid-Florida comes in. These guys are trustworthy. The guy who runs this company, Dave Dimbauer, and owns it, is one of the nicest, most trustworthy guys in the business. They'll get you a new bathroom in just 4 to 5 days, and you will love these products. Natural stone and travertine, marble cut perfectly, and they have all those colors. Plus companies like Moen, Kohler, Delta, Birch Cabinetry, American companies going right in those bathrooms. The design team, everything's custom. This is not a plug and play. Even when you go to the showroom up in Altamont, 436 across from Kobe, you're going to see some models set up. That's just to show you what they can do. They want to build the bathroom you want, and they'll work with you to get that done every single day. Hop over there and check out the before and afters, and then book these guys for an appointment. You are going to love them. It's Rebath, midfla.com.
In the time before AT&T fiber internet.
What? What are you doing in me dungeon?
It's the only place where the bloody Wi-Fi works.
Oh, and you don't mind the spiders?
Spiders? What spiders? Oh no, they're everywhere! Oh!
In the time after AT&T fiber internet.
It's nice having fast, reliable Wi-Fi in the whole house. For sure.
The dawn of a better internet era with AT&T fiber.
Limited availability in select areas. Check eligibility at att.com/getfiber. AT&T Smart Wi-Fi extenders may be required. Sold separately. Restrictions apply.
With Dunkin' Go-Tos, you can get a great deal on 2 of your favorites, like 2 egg and cheese wraps for $2
2 sausage, egg, and cheese wraps for $3, 2 bagels with cream cheese spread for $4, and 2 bacon, egg, and cheese croissants for $6. These deals pretty much prove you can never have too much of a good thing. Head to Dunkin' now for Dunkin' Go-Tos. A great deal for $2, $3, $4, or $6. Order ahead on the Dunkin' app. America runs on Dunkin'. No substitutions, exclusions apply. Participation may vary. Must buy two.
Hitting the McDonald's drive-thru for a frozen drink is refreshing.
Hey, welcome back.
But doing it twice in one day? Now you're on to something. Stay cool with any size frozen Coke or frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry or Wild Cherry for just $1.79 each. Or chill out with any size McCafe iced coffee for $1.79. It's more than a drink. It's a McDonald's drink. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Limited time only. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola and Fanta are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
With all the new people moving here recently, we thought it'd be a good idea to explain International Diamond Center. If you've lived here a while, you already know this, so bear with us. International Diamond Center, also known as IDC, is not an ordinary jewelry store. It was started decades ago by a major East Coast diamond supplier, Keith LeClaire. Keith had international connections with diamond cutters and would sell diamonds to upscale jewelry stores. Then he decided to start selling direct to the public at prices that undercut traditional jewelers in a big way. This no middleman approach caught on big, and now IDC is one of the largest and most successful jewelers in America, still providing exceptional quality and astonishing value. So if you've just moved here from New York or California or wherever, know that IDC is the area's go-to place for diamonds, fine designer jewelry, and Swiss timepieces. Just be prepared to be a little shocked when you see how great our values are, especially compared to where you came from. International Diamond Center. Just another great reason you made the move south. Get details, directions, store hours, and more at shopidc.com.
At Walgreens, we're committed to the fight against COVID-19. That's why we offer no-cost, contactless COVID-19 testing with same-day results at thousands of locations nationwide for patients ages 3 and up. Our pharmacy experts have administered millions of tests and are here to help when you need us. Schedule your COVID-19 test at no cost to you at walgreens.com/COVID-19 testing.
No cost to you with most insurance or government assistance. For ages 3 and up at select test locations. Test results turnaround time may vary by location depending on test type.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here. And when I think about a custom fence from Mossy Oak Fence, I think about 2 words. Those words, high quality. Because our friends over at Mossy Oak Fence use only the very best materials installed by skilled craftsmen. High quality that's backed by the best warranty in the business. I also think about safety and security. Your family's safety and security is Mossy Oak's #1 priority. If you're thinking about a brand new fence, think about the high quality of Mossy Oak Fence. Visit mossyoakfences.com and let the Mossy family protect your family today.
If your grocery delivery is just okay, that's not okay. But good news, now Kroger is here to not just deliver groceries, but over-deliver with freshness guaranteed. And the coolest trucks, literally, they're refrigerated to beat the heat, so your salad always has that farm fresh snap. Sound more than okay? Then order today at Kroger.com. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Get $10 off your next 3 orders for a savings up to $30. Offer valid with digital coupon.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries, call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio 104.1 has your chance to win $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword LOVE, 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 to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and information. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's LOVE to 200-200. And may your efforts bear fruit.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Your 4 o'clock keyword is LOVE, L-O-V-E. Just text that to 200-200 for your shot to win $1,000. We would love for that to happen. Again, 4 o'clock keyword is LOVE. Good luck winning that money. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Last segment, we were talking a little bit about this story out of Dubai. Dubai has secured themselves a deep diving pool. It is the deepest one in the world. 44 million or 14 million liters of water fill this up.
Oh, that water bill must have sucked.
It's got a sunken city in there. It's got all kinds of cool stuff in there. Plus, they have an emergency thing. If anything happens to you, they have chambers even down below where you can kind of be, saved or rescued or whatever the case may be. So it looks pretty safe, and it actually is really cool. Like if I was going to take on diving, this is the kind of environment I think would be kind of fun for a while until you kind of move out there and get comfortable.
They have like a tile guy come in to do this pool?
Buddy, listen, you should see this thing. It's an abyss. It's like it's a half the size of Ross's.
Okay, come on.
Anyway, here's the thing I don't understand about this science. And Kurt, we're going to get to you in a second because I do need answers. And it says you have answers for me. Here's the part I don't get. Kinda, because I do understand it's different when you're below. The same doesn't apply if you go into the skyscraper. So if you go to the skyscraper at 1,000 feet, spend a couple hours up there kind of tooling around, looking over the desert and enjoying yourself, and then you come down and decide to go diving, no effect whatsoever. So it doesn't work in the reverse.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, well, you don't have the same pressure on your body because the water is adding pressure.
Yeah. Exactly. But I mean, I would think, no, it doesn't matter when you go up. It doesn't change. What are you laughing? What are you laughing at?
I was just laughing at
128 ounces.
Please leave your mic on when you do that. What are you laughing at?
I was laughing at your bulletproof confident exactly. That's what I thought was funny.
When you get entertained from stuff like that, just turn your mic off and do it to yourself.
All right.
Kurt, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hey, Jim, I'm doing good. How you doing, buddy?
Good, buddy. Help me out here, man. I'm a little perplexed.
Okay, so I've been a certified diver now. I'm a dive master, been certified for 30 plus years. And what happens is you go down in the water and you start breathing compressed air, the pressure from the water makes your tissues absorb nitrogen. And if you come up too quickly, that nitrogen bubbles in your blood and causes things like strokes and blockage in the bloodstream. So what Jack said earlier about the bends is exactly right. If your body is still off-gassing for 24 hours after your dive. So if you go up in a building at elevation above 300 feet, you can cause those nitrogen bubbles to come out of your bloodstream and cause bends effects that will hit you and have the same thing and the same issues if you come up too fast.
Off-gassing, I've never heard of that before.
I've been doing it all day.
Oh,
yeah. That's usually what...
It's a different thing, Jim.
Too much caffeine.
Different kind of gas.
Wow, man, but it's still so theoretically, how far can you go down and then still like go up? Does that matter how many atmospheres you go down?
Yeah, well, sport diving is limited to 130 feet. That's the maximum recommended depth. And when you go down 130 feet, you've only got about 5 minutes of bottom time, which is the time you start going down until the time you start to come up. So if you go down and stay down past that 5 minutes, that's when you've got to start doing your decompression stops, 2-3 minutes at different depths to get the nitrogen to off-gas from your tissues.
But you don't have to stop going down.
No. Like Jack said earlier, though, if you go down too quickly, that's when you can get the nitrogen narcosis that comes in, which is like being drunk.
Wow. What were you going to say, Ross?
I just want to ask him, so I understand that you can get a stroke or something like that, but is there any possible outcome where you get like total recall Schwarzenegger eyes from doing it?
Not that I've ever experienced.
Fortunately.
All right.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It sounds kind of fun.
I didn't rule it out.
What's the deepest you've ever been?
135.
135 feet. Now, this pool is 196 feet deep. So that means you can't.
Yeah.
You really couldn't go to the bottom of it anyway, right? I mean, is it the human body can't take it without special equipment?
No, your body can take it if you've got, the regular diving equipment and if you use nitrox, it extends your bottom time. Nitrox is a mix of air and oxygen and less nitrogen in there. So your body doesn't absorb it as much. But the problem is you now have to get into the decompression stops. And once you get into doing those decompression stops, you're done diving for the day by the, dive certification rules. By the main companies, which are like Patty, Maui, all of those companies.
So what is the most what is the best depth to go where you get the most bottom time and then get that deep water experience, but still have time to enjoy yourself down there?
Probably mid-50s, mid-60s. I like doing 60s to 70s.
And how long can you stay down there?
I don't have my tables on me to tell you, but it's probably about 25 minutes or so.
Damn,
This is too much math and too much risk.
Not
I'm
for
going to
20
keep
minutes.
my butt
Not
on
bad.
land.
Plus, they have computers where it'll aid you in a lot of the calculations. But the deeper you go, the shorter time you have.
Yeah.
So when at 120 feet,
Correct.
we had to do like math
Kurt.
problems.
I remember you
buddy.
saying that.
Math problems on a chart to make sure that you were still cognizant and you didn't suffer from nitrogen narcosis.
Yeah, you'd make it's a grease pen, right? And like a
Yeah.
like a
Or
whiteboard
pencil.
or whatever, a pencil.
Yeah, a regular pencil.
I wonder, what you'd have to, would you have to do those math problems if you made it all the way to the bottom of this dive pool at 190 something feet?
Well, for the training, I mean, that was just in the class I was doing it. So basically, it was a way to demonstrate that you were not suffering any ill effects from being at that depth.
Right.
So,
Damn.
yeah.
What's the deepest you've been?
About 120.
You've been
Really?
120
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah.
Man, that would scare the complete hell out of me.
It's scaring me right now.
You get freaked out down there?
No.
You don't.
My first night dive is that was a real
Hold up, what?
a night dive. So you're in
Yeah.
the middle of the ocean and then you jump in and then you start going down and you have
Wait, hold on. You're in the middle of the ocean in the middle of the night and you just jump in the water?
Yeah.
You do this voluntarily.
Yeah. But you're with other people, but you have a light, right?
Well, the
So-
shark certainly will pay attention
Well,
to that.
the light, and then you can only see what's in your area. So
are we doing?
that was a little more.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
I wouldn't even go to my backyard at night.
Jack, I knew you were a white male, but I didn't think you were that white of a male.
That's
There's
crazy.
Are you
no
kidding?
way.
That's hardcore.
That's
Yeah.
unbelievable. Like
That's James Bond crap right there.
no chance
Yeah.
you will ever see Mr. Colbert doing anything like, oh, what? We're in this perfectly safe boat, and the idea is we're going to jump out of this boat in the middle of the damn night.
I tell you, on one of them, I was so sick. On the boat was up and down. I actually got sick on the boat. The best place you can be is in the water.
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah.
the boat
It's
is
going up and
moving
down.
up and down on the water. When you're in the water,
Yeah,
then
nothing's
you're
happening.
and then you were immediately fine. But on one of my first dives, going and seeing a sea turtle swim past you. I mean, occasionally you see them on the beach if you're lucky enough when they're strolling up or leaving their eggs behind. You see this sea turtle moving on the beach. But to see it swim past you,
Effortless at 200 pounds just gliding
Crazy.
through
Yeah.
there and nothing.
pretty cool.
And you saw that at night?
That was in the daytime,
Yeah.
I believe. Yeah.
Because I would think if you see that at night, it's like a horror film.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Well, I've been surfing in St. Augustine before and had a dolphin or a porpoise pop up 3 feet from me, and I yelled, "Mommy!"
You did not.
Like started sucking my thumb. It's weird.
Hey, no-
It's weird seeing a wild ass animal in its environment and you don't belong there.
Right,
It's bizarre.
exactly.
Even though if you know they're safe, like this thing's not going to do anything to you. It's going to poke you, maybe have some fun trying to play. Want to jump over you and do a little flip. It's not going to eat your face off, that's for sure. And it still freaks you out.
And you can only see where the light is.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
that was not nearly as off-putting as the idea to me of cave diving.
Oh, and I would love to cave dive.
See,
but
that
What?
Yeah,
Wait, hold on for a second. You just said you wouldn't go in the water at night, and all of a sudden now you want to shove your tank through first so you can follow it in?
exactly.
No thanks.
and then all those twists and turns. It's not laid out like a mall.
No.
I think I'm breaking out in hives right now just thinking about it.
Listen, man, I just watching those videos of those guys pull their tanks off. The only thing is their mouthpiece. They put the tank through first and then swim in because they couldn't make it through that opening with their tank on their back. Check, please.
yeah, someone just said they're going to Devil's Den.
Oh man, there's a place up in the not Ocala, but it's up in near Interlaken, between Interlaken and Gainesville.
Isn't that the Eagle's Nest?
It used to be called the Devil's Hole.
Oh, okay.
And it was, and Cousteau went there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because they didn't know it was a conical kind of sinkhole thing.
Cousteau, for the people who don't know who
Jacques
that is.
Cousteau is a famous
Mime? Isn't he a mime?
No.
Cousteau,
all you had to
Cousteau?
do, I gotta tell you, all you have to do is just let me finish the sentence, and then
and
you'll
I
have
got
the answer.
picked on for orthopedics on a penguin.
And you're still going to, because it's still way weirder than him just simply interrupting me. Jacques Cousteau was a famous sea explorer for many years. Matter of fact, he's the pinnacle. He is the Pele of sea exploration.
And Marceau is the mime. So
Thank you.
you got your French guys kind of mixed up
There's
there.
more than two.
Not that far.
And his buddy, his son, Jacques Mousseau, was a mime sea explorer.
Got it.
He would go down there, and in the window, he would kind of make the fish thing and try to communicate.
Work, because underwater he couldn't talk anyway.
I'm a fan. I'm going to like his Facebook page.
He was actually a very good diver. And just a bitch to beat at charades. 407-916-1041. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Real radio. Real radio. Radio.
104.1. Still looking at stop-and-go traffic eastbound on I-4 from U.S. Highway 27 in Polk County to Osceola Polkline Road. It's also slow between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. A solid ride continues near the Celebration area westbound between World Drive and 429. The 408 up to speed as well as the beach line. No reported issues on the Turnpike. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Discover matches all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year. It's amazing because Discover is accepted at 99% of places in the U.S. that take credit cards. Learn more at discover.com/yes. 2021 Nielsen Report limitations apply.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
Summertime is a great time for a beautiful new fence from our friends over at Mossy Oak Fence. You know what? Mossy Oak Fence will add appeal and value to your home, and more importantly, provide safety and security for your family, for your children, and for your pets. Mossy Oak Fence also sets the standard for quality, offering the best warranty in the business. We're talking premium, quality custom fences that are built to last. Call or visit mossyoakfences.com, where your family's safety and security is their number one priority. It's mossyoakfences.com.
At Checkers, we're loading up our next Baconzilla with melty cheese and plenty of bacon for Mary. See, Mary had a little trouble fixing up an old car today. A really, really old car. So we fixed up a couple of hand-seasoned 100% beef patties and topped them with melty cheddar cheese and crispy bacon, just for her. Mary, you got that old jalopy running again. Now go grab yourself a bacony, cheesy reward. You've earned it. Baconzilla, only at Checkers. Get it delivered through our new rewards app.
It's hot. It's humid. You wanted a relaxed pool party / barbecue. You got the human tsunami instead.
Cannonball!
Today, he's going for a world record splash that'll send inflatable swans into orbit. Dripping wet, you grab an ice cold can of Heineken. When another man-child-made wave embraces you.
Incoming!
It's okay, though. He's not splashing you. He's adding more refreshment to your refreshment. Heineken. Where others see annoying splashers, we see immediate refreshment. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy responsibly.
Honey, what are you doing?
Oh, learning how to be a hibachi chef.
Why?
Well, it was so easy to get an auto loan from Navy Federal Credit Union, I needed something more challenging. Heads up.
Do not throw that shrimp at me.
With decisions in seconds and rates as low as 1.79% APR, Navy Federal makes it so easy to finance a car.
Onion volcano.
You might want to try harder things. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Credit and collateral subject to approval. Rates subject to change and are based on credit worthiness. Advertised rate available for new vehicles. Insured by NCUA.
Can you imagine buying a TV or a car, using it for a year or two, and then taking it back to trade it in for a new model, and the retailer gives you a full refund plus an extra 10% toward the new one? Yeah, never happened, right? But it does happen at International Diamond Center with our 110% diamond upgrade guarantee. It works like this. When you buy any diamond at IDC and keep it for at least a year, we'll give you back 110% of your original purchase when you decide to upgrade to a larger stone. For example, you buy a diamond today for $5,000. When it's time to upgrade, IDC will give you $5,500 toward the new diamond. That's guaranteed 10% appreciation when you trade up. Think about it. IDC will give you more than you paid us for the first diamond. This is for any engagement ring center stone as well as all diamond solitaire pendants and all diamond stud earrings. You get 10% more value when you trade up. Just another example of how we stand behind everything we sell. International Diamond Center. Get locations, directions, and store hours at shopidc.com.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. The one who just thought about checking your phone. How about don't? The car is no place for multitasking. Trust me, that text can wait. Those notifications can go unchecked until you get where you're going. Did you know that you can now be stopped and ticketed in Florida for texting and driving? So put that phone down and focus on driving. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
At Walgreens, we're committed to the fight against COVID-19. That's why we offer no-cost, contactless COVID-19 testing with same-day results at thousands of locations nationwide for patients ages 3 and up. Our pharmacy experts have administered millions of tests and are here to help when you need us. Schedule your COVID-19 test at no cost to you at walgreens.com/COVID-19 testing.
No cost to you with most insurance or government assistance. For ages 3 and up at select test locations. Test results turnaround time may vary by location depending on test type.
I've been watching this tree all year long, wondering on what side of the fence will the mango fall? Mine or my neighbor's? Well, the mangoes always fall on your side during mango season at Pollo Tropical, featuring the new Mango Habanero Barbecue Duels, grilled chicken and pork with sides, or on a Troppy Chop with our new fries, topped with tangy Mango Habanero Barbecue sauce. And since you can never have enough mango, we've got mango cheesecake and mango lemonade. Summertime is mango time at Pollo Tropical, and make it a party with our new $2 rum mojitos.
Game on. It's all things sports this week on the free iHeart app. We've got you covered from the hardwood of the NBA Finals to the grass of Wimbledon. And get you geared up for the Tokyo Olympic Games. Plus, get the latest gossip around the NFL with the NFL Podcast Network, exclusively on the free iHeart app, as well as the Dan Patrick Show and The Herd with Colin Cowherd. And we always have the music with hundreds of playlists for anything sports. iHeart Sports Week on the free iHeart app. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts all in one.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. Already in progress.
Tell your children not to look my way.
To a lot of people, but for some reason, this is a big thing because this is not the only information I've read about this right to repair movement.
I'm just confused about to repair what?
Okay, here you go. Well, if it's Wozniak, it's obviously got to be something computer related, right? Because, I mean, him starting Apple, but here's what exactly. The movement wants laws passed to guarantee users access to information and parts to repair their own devices. Now, that may seem kind of silly. You say to yourself, well, I mean, big deal. I mean, I know that people get computer parts all the time. Some computer companies do that. There's one particular that doesn't like to play that game. Any guesses? It's Apple. Of course, Apple has a big problem with you messing with their stuff because they only want Apple authorized dealers and repair specialists working on their machines. Wozniak says, look, and they try to push it off like, well, it's safer because, you know, working on these things can be very dangerous. Wozniak's like, yeah, let's press pause on that. What you really want to do is maintain utter and complete control over the customer's ability to take care of their own property. Tell me the two industries right now that allow you to do that. And this is kind of the shocking part. And only two.
Automotive.
And?
Appliance.
That's it. Automotive and appliance are the only two industries that allow you to do this.
I'm so glad Deb's here.
Where you can order.
Where do we turn in our man cards?
Where you can order your own parts and do your own work on the job. And they'll tell you how to do it. Now, of course, YouTube University has changed that a little bit.
Love it.
But I will tell you, Code Black will confirm this. I mean, some of this stuff gets real tricky. And this is one of the main reasons that he does not like Apple as a company, because of how tight they are with getting materials and how much they control it, so that they control, of course, the price. There's no competition.
Yep.
You can't. I can't buy something that'll work in a Lenovo or an HP or this. I can maybe do that. I can buy a board that'll work in a number of different computers. You can't do that with Apple. It doesn't work like that. So what Wozniak wants, and by the way, they won't even send you the information, the written information, which is weird, because what Wozniak says is that's how they created Apple. Is an open source forum to be able to get parts, because I guess there's a thing called a teletype, and when you're trying to write on a computer screen, you had to have this particular thing called a teletype. Well, I think the military had them, and that was it. They cost as much as 2 cars back in the day. So $20,000 to get this machine. They didn't have that. They were poor college kids. Not even that. So he figured out how to use those parts and make the type come up on the TV screen, which actually turned into the modern personal computer. And he did that with parts. And what they're saying is they need a legislation now, because some of these companies simply won't let it happen.
And it's not computer companies. Being from America's dairy land, a lot of farmers up there. And my uncle collects John Deere. A lot of texters at 77031 saying, Jimmy, look up right to repair in terms of John Deere tractors and farmers. It's a big deal in the farming industry. Apparently, if you have a John Deere tractor, you're not allowed to repair it. You have to take it to a John Deere retailer to repair it. So, I mean, talk about money and time on a farm.
Because what they do is they void the warranty. Like, if you try to go in there and do anything by yourself, they'll void the warranty. And, of course, you don't want to do that, because the warranty is the only protection you have against a lemon.
Yeah, but I mean, taking a piece of equipment off of a farm and having to drive it into town, leave it at a shop. I mean, rather
at
than
$100 an hour for the mechanic, it may actually even be more for tractor mechanics. I don't know.
Versus a farmer being able to do it right there in his barn, take care of it.
See, I had
get back to work.
No idea it would even apply to that world.
I had no idea.
But I truthfully, this was an eye opener, just because I did not know that was a real thing. Like, there were certain industries that you are incapable of ordering the parts or getting the information to fix them, simply because they didn't want you to have them.
It's very strange. I enjoy Apple products. I mean, hot take. But the one thing that I'll never forget is that I had lunch on Apple campus over in Austin, Texas. And it was one of the oddest experiences of my life.
Why is that?
Because everything was just borderline cultish.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sure that's like Google and Apple and all those places are probably the same way.
Like, it was because it was a friend of a friend who I was having lunch with, and he worked there, and that was the reason why we got to meet up there and have lunch. And he kept calling the guy Uncle Steve.
Oh, really?
He called him Uncle Steve.
That's very cultish.
That's what they do before they ask you to put a paper bag on your head and sit on their lap.
Father S. said we had to do this.
Yeah, it was so odd. And, like, we questioned it, and we're like, who's Uncle Steve? And he was like, Uncle Steve Jobs. Everyone calls him that here. I think he even doubled down and was like, yeah, welcome to Apple campus.
Well, let me give you an idea how big of a deal this is.
This is a huge deal.
Joe Biden is actually expected to announce some form of executive order on this topic in the next coming days, because it's happening in Europe as well. And this John Deere thing must be a big deal. We must have gotten 15 texts
at least
about John Deere, and there's a class action lawsuit against them right now, so that they can open up their warehouses and get parts, so people can just simply fix their stuff on their own farm and save that money.
Someone else just texted and said it's the same with Komatsu and Caterpillar construction equipment. Someone else texted, Jimmy, repairs cost for commercial lawnmowers is $130 per hour. So farm equipment will be higher, plus pickup and delivery, etc.
And how about this? It could take an hour just to diagnose the problem before you even get in there and start working and ordering parts.
Just to get the tractor off the farm and into the shop, it's going to be a 2-3 hour job right there.
He also was talking about the value of what they call this is kind of open education, open technology education, and how valuable it is for education. You know, as people start it's that stereotypical Matthew Broderick very early 80s nerd thing or weird science where they build a computer from scraps. That whole idea of creating your own destiny there, that's really what they're talking about. He said it takes the motivation and joy away from doing this. I've talked a million times about my stupid erector set. Yesterday was the anniversary of that, by the way. And it led to more engineers in that 50s and 60s area. He said that simple toy led to people wanting to be engineers for 2 decades. Because they simply got their hands on something to build and make something and became fascinated with it. And that's exactly what happened to Wozniak.
Jimmy, as a gearhead, I could not see you ever wanting to own a Tesla because along with the John Deere, we're getting a lot of texts from listeners saying Tesla cars are the same way. You cannot order parts and work on your own vehicle.
That is unbelievable to me. I mean, what is more American than walking on your car in your own driveway?
Ironically, what we learned, Jimmy, when you were away is if you want the most American car you can buy, top to bottom, it is a Tesla.
It is a Tesla. You're right.
It is a Tesla,
but I can't turn a wrench on a battery, Jack. That's right.
That's the sound of his Tesla.
As
it's not running right for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Making this weird sound.
As the opposite argument for it protects consumers and is the fact that, when you have that group of students, Limitless Solutions out at UCF, that developed a way to 3D print prosthetic arms and limbs for people. That worked exactly. And they just put their source code out on the internet. So anyone who has the ability to make one of these prosthetic limbs has access to their information on how to make it happen. So it kind of goes against this whole idea that if you give people access to the information, well, it's probably not best for them.
There's a guy that's trying to raise some money to start a ballot initiative to get this pushed through. It takes $6 million to, I guess, get it on the ballot. He's raised $750,000. Because the issue is it's still a relatively small group of people that is affected by this, right? Because, how many people actually still work on their computer or people who work on their car? There just really aren't that many people who do that anymore. Now, the farmers, you can see how that would affect them because being on a farm, part of it is you have to learn how to be mechanically
mechanically inclined, really.
Inclined, and you have to have that ingenuity to fix problems with what you have. You can't just run to Walmart or the parts store and pick up something for your tractor. It doesn't work like that. Sometimes you got to build it or make it work. This is obviously a money grab from these guys. They want to control every aspect of the repairs.
There you go.
That's obviously what it is, but, I guess it needs to be fair. What they're saying is it should be an open market. We should be able to fix our products at low cost if we have the ability to do so.
And not be able to break a warranty. You're saying that not everybody wants to. Well, I think that sounds like it's been done by design. That you're talking about the erector set and then just the odd, not consequence, but the odd effect that had on society of just everyone was you made a lot of engineers. Well, if you take that regulation off of that, you can't fix it. It's a whole different ball game.
Well, let me give you an example. This really kind of almost that built to die or built to fail kind of idea that we've had in our economy for many, many years, right? I remember hearing, we can make a tire that'll last 10 years. The problem is, why would they do that?
Right, exactly. It's just like in the old day when you could get a fridge that would last almost till your kids graduated high school, but then you're not in there every 3, 4, 5 years buying a fridge like you've had. Your experience has been a nightmare with the super duper fridge you have.
Deborah, I had somebody from LG, and I had a fist fight with LG on the phone for months over some appliances that I bought. It was just a really bad year for me and LG. And I remember asking this LG person after my appliance that cost $600 failed in 45 days or whatever. Or it wasn't that. I shouldn't say that. It was like 14 months. And I asked her, I said, well, tell me, ma'am, in my completely, utterly, and non-sarcastic voice.
Of course.
How long should a $600 appliance last these days? And she actually said, well, sir, we think it should last between 18 and 28 months. Or something like that. She actually told me 3. I said, so wait a minute. So I should, when I buy my $800 or $900 dishwasher, I need your rep to look at me in my face and go, oh, by the way, this is only going to last you about 3 years. And by the way, that same thing, I had probably 5 repairs done on it before they even decided to replace it for me. I was out of my mind to the point where I actually started repairing my own appliances by ordering parts. Oddly enough, one of the things you can do.
Here's a rule. If they make a good television, don't buy their kitchen stuff.
Oh, no, I've never heard that.
I just made it up
Oh.
because it's true. I hear negative things about Samsung and LG. I have an LG dishwasher. Cost me $600. I'm glad I did the service plan. I've had it, the top control panel, replaced four times.
4 times.
Four times. It's 3 years old.
By the way, I asked the lady. I said,
me off.
I asked the lady I said, "Who's the brilliant guy who designed the electronics next to the water?"
Yeah. And then wrapped it in plastic.
Jack, back-to-back days.
I know,
just
man.
dropping
Just-
dimes.
just
The
dropping-
book of Jack.
Just dropping things so that when you write them, you have to put dash Jack Bradshaw.
Samsung, LG, great televisions.
For sure, I agree.
Do not get the refrigerator.
I have an LG that's already had the motor replaced on it twice, and I think it was bought in 2016, excuse me. 2016, so it's 5 years old. It's already had the compressor replaced twice. That's a complete. By the way, somebody just texted in and said, one of the big things about the Apple is this. If you have a 27-inch, I think he said 27-inch iMac screen, 27 or iMac 27-inch video board, if it goes bad, you cannot buy another one. You have to trash the entire machine and buy a new machine. They will not allow you to replace the board only. And I know that Code Black, one of the big issues he has with Apple is this very thing, that everything costs. And if you do get one, chances are you're buying a scab machine off eBay.
And the
that
worst
has a
part
bad
is-
drive but a good screen or something like that. And you're doing those swaps by yourself, but it's not Apple.
While they show us commercials about how they care about the environment and the e-waste that's created, and we do our part to help small Chinese children dig through dangerous chemicals. We're Apple.
To look for those shards of silver and gold on the boards.
Exactly.
The whole time being inundated with mercury.
Well,
Or
plastic
whatever,
burns
right.
in the background
Right,
because
yeah.
it's 100% recyclable.
Burn pit. 407-916-1041. Hey, John, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hey, I got some information about the iPhone thing. Basically, if you have two matching iPhones, each iPhone has serial numbers built into all the parts. If you try to repair one with a broken screen with one that's not a broken screen, the phone will no longer work. That's how far they've gone. They've built the technology into a way where you cannot fix the phones anymore.
How crazy is that, right?
It's nuts.
It is. And, and the funny thing is that, thanks for your call, buddy. I appreciate that. But the legislation that they're trying to get forward to kind of get this right to repair thing passed, it really doesn't have a lot of juice. They need $6 million to get it on the ballot, and it only has $750,000 up as part of their GoFundMe. Now, maybe a lot of this publicity they're getting here recently will help bump that up.
Biden signed an executive order about it today.
He did sign it today.
Yes.
Okay, good. So
to make it easier, and what is it? Directing the Federal Trade Commission to draft new regulations limiting device manufacturers' ability to restrict independent repairs of their products.
Yeah, crazy, man. I mean, this was one of those things that was underground, and apparently it's been a thing for a long time now, and it just came to the surface in this right to repair legislation that I'd never even heard of until yesterday.
I think it's one of those cases of you don't know the rights that you're missing until someone says,
Right.
now, you do realize that if you get this, you can't do this. That makes you go, wait
What?
a damn
Yeah,
minute.
and let me tell you something. If they told that to me up front, it would change the way I bought products.
Everything.
If every product I purchased that did not have that said to me, oh, by the way, I need to let you know, when you purchase this, we are not a right to repair company, and we will not sell you repair parts, and you have to use our repair services. You cannot get it done anywhere else.
Can you imagine, would you have bought LG if the LG
Not in a mil-
salesperson
no.
had said for this $600, you'll be back here in 3 years?
Just not even a quarter of a chance.
I mean, if they told us that, we wouldn't buy.
Just Deb talking about the rights that you do or do not know that you have every day of my life.
I know.
I can't do what?
All right,
And he's not even married yet.
916-1041. Hey, Dave, how you doing? Welcome to the program.
Hey, Jim, I'm pretty good. Hey, I'm going to get to the repair thing real quick, but I wanted to let you know I've been listening to you guys for a long time, even before you got your own show, and I really enjoy the show. I know you, and you know me. You don't know that you do, though. You guys, you and one of the other guys sat in and played with my little duo up at the Colony Plaza in Ocoee many, many years ago. And I used to work down on the I-Drive where Miss Naomi Bradshaw sang in the hotel next to the one I sang in. So I've known you guys since like the early
awesome.
90s. But anyway, I was going to tell you, I've got an LG refrigerator, and the ice maker is horrible on this thing. And LG acknowledged it's horrible, and we got a class action lawsuit settlement from LG for the ice maker on this thing. And I spent my $2.93 from that class action settlement on a Big Mac or something. I think. I don't even know, man.
By the way,
You still owed McDonald's money, by the
thanks for
way.
your call, Dave. But the LG that I have also was part of a class action suit, and I had to constantly remind the repair lady, this is part of this class action lawsuit, reading the serial number or the case number to it. This particular part was affected because what they did was they created a compressor. It was this new kind of compressor.
Someone texted about it.
And they didn't test it properly, and they fail over and over and over. So there's a swath of time from like 2015 to 2018 where any refrigerator that has that compressor in it, they will just continue to replace them, because you know what they won't do? They're never giving you a new fridge. They will keep putting those compressors in there every year.
Oh, yeah.
They're never going to give you a new one.
Someone just texted and said just that. LG has a crappy linear compressor they
Right, that's
warranty
it.
for 10 years now because they know it sucks.
Oh, it's terrible.
Do you know
man.
what LG stands for?
Life's good.
All right.
407-916-1041. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show and Nicole DePrey right after this. Let's find out what's happening in
Next
Orlando.
up for Orlando City, it's Toronto FC, Saturday, July 17th. Coverage starts at 7 p.m. on our sister station, FM 96.9 The Game and iHeartRadio.
This Real Radio 104.1 weather report sponsored by Rude Air Conditioning, powered by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. Thunderstorms each afternoon and hot and humid days. We're going to see storms ending early this evening, bottoming out at 75 degrees. Tomorrow's high 93. There's a 60% chance for afternoon thunderstorms. The sea breeze from the Atlantic and the sea breeze from the Gulf colliding, that could enhance the storms, making the rain particularly heavy with lots of cloud-to-ground lightning. Good news, the tropics are quiet. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. You may have heard that Allstate has new low auto rates, but isn't it time to see for yourself? With Allstate, you can lower your rates, not your expectations. Visit allstate.com or call an agent for a quote today.
Wow, I've got a whole 5 minutes before my next call. What should I do? Grab a snack? Nah. Text with mom? That's more than a 5-minute proposition. I have been looking at getting a new bank account. Is that even possible?
Can't believe you have extra time? You won't believe what you can do with it. Open a Regions checking account online in as little as 5 minutes. Then enjoy award-winning service and banking tools and tech that help you live in the moment. Learn more at regions.com/live in the moment. Regions Bank, member FDIC.
When emails are answered, workout is finished, kids are dressed, and the sun is barely up, it's time for McDonald's. Now with bundles, your order is automatic, like a sausage McMuffin and hash browns for $2 or a McDouble and small fries for $3 later. With so much juggling in a day, the easiest part is getting your faves with bundles at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid when product served. Offer not valid for McDelivery.
Team USA is training hard and ready for the Olympic Games. And so is Jacob.
Whoa! I've got my lucky shirt and Xfinity Flex.
Oh, yeah. Jacob's family got Xfinity Internet with the best Wi-Fi for their home and a Flex 4K streaming box free, plus Peacock Premium included. So Jacob is ready for anything.
Go Team USA!
With medal ceremonies, highlights, interviews, and more, plus apps like Disney+, Netflix, and Hulu, it's all of Jacob's favorites in one place.
Can your internet do that?
Get ready for the Olympic Games with Xfinity Internet for only $25 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. And get a Flex 4K streaming box free, plus Peacock Premium included. Offer ends August 8th, so go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today to learn more. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Restrictions apply. New performance starter customers only. Equipment taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Subscriptions required to access streaming services.
Xfinity, proud partner of Team USA.
Hey, boss, did you see this article in the Crooks R Us newsletter about the ding-dong doorbell cameras?
What'd they do now?
Apparently, they automatically enroll the user in some internet sharing network with their neighbors.
What? That can't be real.
It is real. They even have a name for it. Do a search for sidewalk sharing. You can read all about it.
So you're telling me that all the ding-dong doorbell cameras on any given block are sharing internet with each other?
Yep. So if a hacker gets into one, they could have access to them all.
Does SafeTouch Security do that?
Boss, SafeTouch doesn't do that with their customer security. With SafeTouch, everything's encrypted.
I knew that. I was just testing you.
Well, it's just another reason we got the Crooks R Us golden rule. Stay away from SafeTouch houses.
Yeah, we'll call that one reason number 143.
Crooks know to stay away from SafeTouch houses. Hi, I'm Lester Jackson, president of SafeTouch Security Systems. No one beats our technology or our price.
Call SafeTouch today at 888-723-8682 or go to safetouch.com. State license number EF233.
I'm Jeff. I got a call that my wife Katie was in a bad car accident and was airlifted to Shands Hospital. When I got there, she was in surgery for a brain injury. She's had a long recovery. We needed an attorney. Our close friends recommended Glenn Klausman. Glenn Klausman was available 24/7 to help. We've been blessed by my wife's recovery. The results from Glenn Klausman's efforts were way more than expected. He's more than an attorney for us. He's a friend. Call him at 407-917-1718, KLAUSMAN law.com, office Winter Park.
O'Reilly. Ready for your next road trip? Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts to get everything you need to stay safe while traveling. Visibility on the road is so important and so easy to achieve. Get your windshield streak-free and crystal clear with Blue Magic Glass Cleaner. On sale now, 2 for $5. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today or visit O'ReillyAuto.com. O'Reilly Auto Parts.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
People are coming out of their homes again. Most probably just to get more content for social media. Same here. Find Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio. Real Radio. Real Radio. Real Radio. Real Radio. 104.1.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Always text us easily at 77031. 5 o'clock, or excuse me, 4 o'clock keyword still valid. It's love, L-O-V-E. Text that to 200-200 for your shot to win that $1,000. Again, it's love. We'll have another one for you in 15 minutes or so. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Every Friday around this time, we invite our good friend Nicole Dupre to drop by. Dupre.today. Also, Opera del Sol to talk about what's happening in the fine arts right here in Central Florida this weekend. What's going on, girlie?
Hey, Nicole.
Hi. Hi, I missed you guys. So sorry I missed last week.
Up there,
it was a crazy.
Up there in the Poconos, I hear always that used to be the spot to go and get married, and you would go up there and spend vacations and stuff.
Yeah.
What's it like up there?
Oh my gosh, it was absolutely beautiful. If anybody follows me on Instagram, Dupre.today, I posted all these amazing, amazing photos because my sister got married. I mean, it's up in the mountains, but where she was this old silk mill that they have renovated, and it's built inside, in the mountain, and there's this beautiful waterfall. And so my sister got married out on the deck with this beautiful waterfall and all these mountains behind her. I mean, it was 72 degrees. I mean, it was absolutely.
Oh my God, the temperature is just killing me. Wedding schmedding, just give me the 72 degrees.
It was incredible. I mean, my flight had got delayed, so I had to go to a different airport and drive 2 hours and 45 minutes. But I have to tell you, that drive through that Lehigh Valley area and up through the Poconos, when we've been down here where it's nothing but flat and palm trees, was such a nice break. And
Nicole, when I
my
went
baby
to
sister
when I went to
married,
when I went to Colorado a few years ago, I will tell you, I think I had as much fun driving around just looking at actual geography or actual topography than I was anything else. I mean, and interrupted. You said your sisters got married. It was beautiful up there, huh?
Her babies.
Well, yeah, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Beautiful weather. The drive couldn't have been more perfect, And then, I mean, again, it's my baby sister got married, so it was just a beautiful, beautiful weekend.
Were you the maid of honor?
I was. And honestly, that was the first time I've ever even actually been a maid of honor.
Wow.
And only the second wedding I've ever even been in.
Did
so.
you?
Gutsy question, Jim.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Was it gutsy?
Oh,
Well, what if
very.
she wasn't, and what if she was a little bitter about that?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What if I didn't follow her on Facebook and actually know the answer before I answered the question?
Hey, research.
Anyway, so good time up there. I'm glad you had a lot of fun. You look like you had a blast. Your pictures were absolutely gorgeous. Did you guys did you do the whole bachelorette thing? Did you take it somewhere and get loose? See, get a lap dance from a dude?
No, because she had to reschedule. She was supposed to get married last year, and then she just graduated with her master's degree like 3 weeks ago.
Wow.
So she didn't have time. She didn't want to go for a bachelorette weekend when she was trying to graduate with that degree. So I think we might take a trip to Jamaica later in the year.
Nice. She was too busy overachieving, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
I know, right? As if, rub it more in there, Jim.
No, I wasn't saying anything about you. I'm just saying she's like killing
Yeah, Jim.
How old is she?
She is 33.
Wow, man, good for her. Well, so what's happening? I'm happy for her. Obviously, look, you guys had a blast. Obviously, your family is very close as well.
Yeah. And I mean, now we're back here, we're back in the swing of things. And, June was a little bit of a slow month here for the arts, as they usually are. Kids get out of school, acclimating to whatever they're doing for the summer. So we do have some things that are happening this weekend, so we can talk about. And the first thing I want to talk about is something that's actually happening next week. But I think, Jim, you are going to be really, really interested into it. You're a foodie, and Anthony Bourdain, who is one of my favorite people in the entire world, and they made a documentary about him, and that is going to be released next weekend at the Enzion.
Yeah, I know a lot of people really, really excited about this project. It's supposed to be pretty raw.
Yeah, and it's the same people, I believe, that made the Mr. Rogers documentary. So I think the quality is going to be amazing. And if you have seen that 2-minute trailer and haven't gotten goosebumps or choked up, I think I'm going to have to bring a thing of tissues with me, just because I think it'll be so heartwarming, but then just sad, right?
Yeah, I got to tell you something. I have a weird relationship with Anthony Bourdain. Jim Phillips, who worked here for years, we had this slot for many, many years, and I had a number of conversations about Anthony Bourdain. He was a gigantic fan from the onset, which really makes sense because Jim really has a lot of that Anthony Bourdain kind of unfettered information or unfettered want to learn and explore. Jim had a lot of that, and through his years here on the show, he would do these crazy trips. He would tell you about riding horseback across plains in Argentina and all these crazy things. But I had to learn how to like Bourdain because I didn't at first. And I told Jim, and he was actually put off by it a little bit. I said, it's just something about the guy that is so it's a little pretentious and arrogant, and I don't care for it, which I understand the dichotomy there.
Well, have you ever worked in the restaurant business, or do you just because if you have worked in the restaurant business, I think that you can take that personality for really what it is.
Yeah, I worked in retail. I worked at a sub shop when I was really young, but nothing like the real up-level food business that guy was working in. But, it was a couple of episodes of his show, No Reservations, that actually kind of turned me around. He was in Russia. And he went with this guy in Russia he just met there. And they're walking around, just every day walking around, and they get this caviar and a bottle of vodka and sit on a bench. And he looks at the guy and he goes, "You understand in the States, this would cost us $1,000. And he just starts laughing, and they're spreading $1,000 caviar on crusty bread and following it down by swigging vodka out of a bottle on a park bench in Russia. And I just thought, that's cool. That's what makes you a rock star, that kind of thing. That's the very Ramones feel that he had because of those things.
Yeah, and I just can't, wait to see it. I think they started filming it before he passed or something like that, but they have so much of this unfiltered film footage that they had, and then all of these famous chefs that were friends. So I think if you love travel and food and Anthony Bourdain, going to see that at the Enzion Theater, where then you can also enjoy, they have really great food, and then you can eat while you watch the movie. To me, that sounds like an incredible date to And then, well, they have 3 different showings too. They have like a 3 p.m., a 6:30, and a 9:30. So I think that a lot of people can go no matter, what you're doing and what your schedule is like.
Hey, Nicole, and I think everybody on the show, would you agree that an event, anything, whether it be a movie or just any event at the Enzion, is almost a rite of passage for an Orlandoan?
Oh, absolutely.
That's
100%.
Like getting a drink at Wally's, going to Enzion for a movie, maybe bowling at Aloma. Is it Aloma Lanes? What was the downtown bowling alley?
Loma Bowl.
Yeah, was it Colonial?
Aloma Bowl?
Was it Colonial Lanes? That was down there
Yeah,
in that
that's another
plaza.
one, yeah.
Or seeing a show at the plaza, our very old institutions like that. That's kind of cool, but that Enzion is definitely one of those things. It's a rite of passage in Orlando. You have to go see a show there, grab a drink. Like Nicole said, the food's great too. They do a really good job.
It's a great date night or a great night out with a family.
And it's table seats. A lot of people, when they hear theater, they think it's theater seats. It's actually tables, so it's like a dinner show almost.
More importantly, you're supporting local.
Yeah, for sure. What else is out there?
Exactly. And then you just mentioned the Plaza Live. The Orlando Philharmonic, they kind of bought the building and that's now their home. And so over the summer, they are doing something called the Summer Serenade series. And so it's going to be inside and they're going to do a variety of really great classic hits, the entire Philharmonic. They have a 5-part series that opens this weekend and they'll be playing over the next 5 weeks. So make sure you go check that out. And again, that's in my neighborhood, the Milk District. Go support them. I just love that. And me and the big bands, you get me a full stage Philharmonic show.
Oh yeah,
you're
a sucker.
About that.
You are a sucker for it. Hey, was it that Philharmonic that just played for the fireworks?
I wasn't here for the 4th of July, but
I thought they did.
Probably?
I know that Nashville had their Philharmonic playing while the fireworks went off, and I heard Orlando did the same thing. That's kind of a thing around for for cities
likely.
now to have their. It's a way to showcase their arts. A lot of times it's hard to do that in cities. There's so many other things to do, and fine arts actually kind of fall behind a little bit.
We'll throw some explosions behind it and make you listen.
That's right.
Exactly.
Hey man, this fancy band's good. All right, Nicole. Go ahead.
I was going to say, and then, one last thing I think we could all go see too that we'll love this much. Our friends, Corsets and Cuties, are going to be remounting their burlesque show, Delicious, at House on Church tomorrow night. And you guys, tickets are only $12. And I mean, we talk about House on Church all the time. You can get food, go enjoy our friends. James and the rest of her Cuties and burlesque troupe. I think that I might go check it out tomorrow. I did miss them at Fringe because they had sold out all of their performances.
And for a reason, by the way, she has a wonderful troupe that does these shows, and I will give this a full endorsement. Not only is the food at House good, the drinks are great, the service is impeccable, and the show is a lot of fun. It's something different to do for dinner in Orlando, and it's not one of these cheesy dinner shows that you're going to see down on iDrive. These are seasoned professionals that turn out a really fun show, and the food there has never, ever once disappointed me. It's really fun.
Yeah, I'm actually going for brunch on Sunday. They do something called a tiara brunch where they also do some entertainment, a little burlesque, a little singing. And so I haven't actually had their brunch, so I'm excited to taste it.
Sunday brunch is really good.
Is it really?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I love being day drunk on champagne. There's nothing better than that. There's no way to get arrested better than day drunk on champagne. In jail by 12:45, that's the way to do it.
Get the biscuits and gravy. Game changer.
Ooh. Yeah. And then lastly, since we have one more moment, up in Sanford, our friends at Theater West End, they have a full performance going on. It's selling out. It's called Disenchanted. Disenchanted is this really cool comedy about all of the Disney princesses. And they kind of make fun of all the stories, and they have these really comedic songs about, making fun of their personas of the fairy tales, make you like bestiality, like what? Like it's okay that I married a beast, and then they make these really funny songs. It's award-winning. Michelle Knight, who used to be the host, who used to play Snow White, she is the director. And again, you guys, this is selling out. So if you want to go see something really amazing and go up in Sanford, we always talk about them as well. That's going to be something else to see. It opens this weekend and it runs to the end of the month.
Very cool. And I know you can find all the information at Dupre.today. That's DUPRE.today. It's all right there. Plus links that when you click, it'll take you right to where you can get tickets for all these great events. As always, Nicole, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next Friday.
Thank you. You as well.
All right.
Bye, guys.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, shop the rest. Buy from the best. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Well, we're still in good shape on the Turnpike. No reported problems on the beach line. The 408, 417 is accident-free. Heavy traffic continues coming in from Polk County, eastbound on I-4 between U.S. Highway 27 and Osceola Polk Line Road. Westbound solid 2 between World Drive and 429, as well as southbound 429 between Sinclair Road and I-4. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. You may have heard that Allstate has new low auto rates, but isn't it time to see for yourself? With Allstate, you can lower your rates, not your expectations. Visit allstate.com or call an agent for a quote today.
And let me tell you something, if your bathroom is suffering, if it is out of date, if it's stanky and you just want to get it gone, it just doesn't really complement the rest of the house, and you've spent so much time making everything else looks great. The problem is all the issues you hear about hiring somebody to replace a bathroom, because sometimes that can scare you off and you just don't want to do it. You don't want to deal with it. But man, let me set you at ease. You have somebody that is easy to deal with. Rebath of Mid-Florida can do this for you and not have that hassle you hear so much about. First things first, it's done in 4 or 5 days. That means demo to brand new bathroom in 4 or 5 days. Here's how they do that. They basically build it beforehand, right? So you go into the design team, get it all together. They have all the products ready to go. So when they take the bathroom out, they're ready to install the new one. And man, do they know what they're doing. And these products look amazing. 436 in Altamont, across from Kobe. That is where the showroom is. Slide in and check out those models and just pick the thing that you need. These guys are great. You're going to love your new bathroom. Hop online today and look at the before and afters, then book your appointment. It's rebathmidfla.com.
Small business owners know cutting costs without cutting quality is tough. How do you trim expenses without hurting your business? Easy. Get Spectrum Business. Call 888-489-2212. Switch to Spectrum Business and you can get the best internet and phone services for half of what you're paying today. Cutting costs can be easy when you get Spectrum Business. Just call 888-489-2212. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
When I met you in the summer.
It's time to live, laugh, and create memories again with MSC Cruises. Join us on some of the world's most modern and innovative ships. Discover again at our new private island, Ocean Key MSC Marine Reserve, named Best New Cruise Destination. Escape on a weekend or 4-night cruise from Miami on MSC Meraviglia from $179 per person. Get free balcony upgrades and flexible booking changes. Call your travel advisor or visit msccruises.com. Restrictions apply. MSC Cruises, a world of discovery.
What's your 8-year plan? Because at 7-Eleven, there's over 3,000 ways to brew your personal cup of hot or iced coffee. We've got flavors, mix-ins, creamers, and now there's even more brew options like nitro cold brews, iced cappuccinos, and iced mochas. And with 7 rewards, you can get any size iced coffee for $1. So if you wanted to try something new every day, you'd be all set in about 8 years. You could probably do it in 4. But what's the rush? 7-Eleven. Take it to 11. Expires 8/24/21. $1 plus tax where applicable at select stores. See app for terms.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries? Call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeart radio station.
Tampa Bay's winning streak continues with bold starts, crowd-pleasing finishes, and more world titles. Like Rate Beer naming Tampa Bay home to some of the world's best breweries. Discover Tampa Bay's award-winning craft beer and spirit scene with Florida's biggest concentration of craft breweries. Taste unexpected flavors and new twists on familiar favorites, highlighting local ingredients like citrus and Cuban coffee, all just a short drive away. Get your free beer pass and more at baycrafted.com.
And please drink responsibly. Dunkin' Go-Tos are great deals on 2 of your Dunkin' favorites. You can get 2 egg and cheese wake-up wrap sandwiches for $2, 2 sausage, egg, and cheese wraps for $3, 2 bagels with cream cheese spread for $4, and 2 bacon, egg, and cheese croissants for $6. America runs on Dunkin'. No substitutions, exclusions apply. Participation may vary. Must buy 2.
Thinking about getting married but nervous about popping the question? IDC owner Keith LeClaire totally gets it.
When I asked my wife, Peggy, to be my bride, I had to drive all the way to Michigan to get married. I was 24 years old. I turned around twice on the way up and turned back coming back to Florida because I'm like, what am I doing? And I knew I had picked the right bride, but it was still scary.
The third time, Keith kept on driving. And now, 43 years later, he and Peggy are living their best life.
I married way above my head. Because of her, we're where we are today with 3 children, 10 grandchildren, and a lot of friends. Having the right partner and being married, it's truly the biggest blessing of my life.
And seeing and helping other happy couples, either just starting out or celebrating milestone anniversaries, is what International Diamond Center is all about.
Life gets better each year that goes by. I'm just so thankful.
International Diamond Center, with 4 Orlando locations, where relationships come first, always.
I love my wife dearly. She's the greatest, biggest blessing that God has ever given to me. There is nothing more important than my wife.
I want to break free. Ready to break free? Norwegian Cruise Line is back and sailing this summer. Kick back in the Caribbean or take in the stunning sights in Europe. And with our robust health and safety program, you can cruise confidently. Book today and enjoy 30% off all cruises, free open bar, free airfare, and more. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line. Sail safe, feel free.
Ships Registry, the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
Hitting the McDonald's drive-thru for a frozen drink is refreshing.
Hey, welcome back.
But doing it twice in one day? Now you're on to something. Stay cool with any size frozen Coke or frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry or Wild Cherry for just $1.79 each. Or chill out with any size McCafe iced coffee for $1.79. It's more than a drink. It's a McDonald's drink. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Limited time only. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola and Fanta are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
Does your AC need attention? Visit millsair.com now. Since 1992, millsair.com.
Real Radio 104.1 has your chance to win $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword MONEY, MONEY, money to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and information. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's money to 200-200. And may your efforts bear fruit.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for tuning in today on this gorgeous, steamy Friday afternoon. Hope you have a big weekend planned. Going to have some rain, go get things done early in the morning. Obviously, you know that. You live here.
Yeah, typical stuff.
That's right. 5-o'clock keyword is money, MONEY. Text that to 200-200 for your shot to win that $1,000. Again, 5 o'clock keyword is money. Good luck, man. We want to see you win that $1,000. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb is right there.
Hello.
Jack is right there.
Yup.
And Ross is here as well.
I am here.
Trivia at 5:45, and of course, top of the hour, we'll have another keyword and Ross thoughts a little bit later in the program. Interesting story today. There's some, what do you think the dirty side of medicine is? The dirty side of medicine is the
insurance.
Money. Yeah, the money. The money, whether it come from insurance or whatever.
Drug reps.
Yeah, well, I mean, all of that really. Yeah, that's the weird balance of well-being as an American is that weird balance between how much that costs.
The golf trips.
How much does it cost for the well-being of you? And when we see the vaccines, of course, this is the big story in medicine right now are the vaccines. And what's interesting is the business when it gets this big. Anyway, for me it is. I find it kind of interesting. I think maybe you guys will as well. And here's how that business works. Much like the gas thing that we were talking about earlier, the gas prices, there's no shortage of gas. The fact is, gas companies lost their asses for 18 months, and you're going to be paying $3.50 or more a gallon for a little while now because they can control that by maintaining the level of fuel that is on the market. And that is exactly what's happening right now.
But, Jim, aren't monopolies illegal?
They are. And actually, OPEC is in a weird position right now, too. So, they've had some issues trying to get together on what should be done. But these companies want to make that money back. Listen, they want to make that money back. 18 months, not selling gas, not selling diesel. That is a giant hole. And if they can control the price of this, they're going to keep it as high as they can for as long as they can. So you can expect to pay high prices at least through September. That's what I would predict. You're probably not going to see them drop down until the end of September going into October and November. That's what I think. And that's what I was reading today. That's probably what you can expect. How that applies to this medicine thing, though, is kind of interesting as well. And the reason why is because there are a lot of vaccines out there. How many times have we heard now recently, well, we had to trash this many, we have this many ready to go, we have all these vaccines. But the problem is a lot of people aren't getting vaccinated. Just this week, I think President Biden made a comment, kind of side comment saying we'll go to door if that's what it takes, right? And even now, I think, what is the rate of vaccination in America?
It's about 70%.
70%. So 30% of the country, it's 100 million people?
Actually, it's a little less. He had wanted to reach 70% by July 4th, and I think it's 67%.
So a third of the country, about 100 million people, I guess, chose not to get this vaccine, so they have vaccines on hand. So today, or yesterday, news came out that Pfizer and BioNTech announced plans to seek FDA authorization for a booster dose. Because what they were saying is, what our studies show? Our studies show that a third shot of this booster really helps you against not only the COVID-19 that we know, but these variants that are coming out. It's really, really going to help, right? And the CDC and the FDA was like, "Oh, push pause. We don't really see that in our studies." So what you're seeing now is you're seeing these companies who have produced gobs of this vaccine trying to get rid of the vaccine. I say get rid of it. Obviously, they're trying to do a good thing because they want you to have the vaccine. They want you to be safe and things. But the business of still selling this stuff has to happen. Governments are buying this by the hundreds of millions of doses, right? So they're saying the interesting thing is that now that you have this vaccine and tons of it out there, the drug companies are going, hey, well, they're not. I don't think this is a malicious thing. Maybe not. But the interesting part of it for me is the drug companies are going, you know what we think? We've done some testing and we believe that you're going to need at least one more shot of this vaccine to make sure you're double, triple protected against all these variants. And it just so happens they have tons of it in the warehouse right behind us. The problem is the CDC and the FDA do not agree with them. So you have that battle happening right now, and it's going to continue until next week.
Well, that booster wouldn't have been needed for 18 to 24 months after your original shot. So I don't think any of the vaccines that have been produced and are in storage right now would be eligible to be used for the booster down the road.
It says the agencies added that people who are fully vaccinated are protected from severe illness, but it also says Pfizer and BioNTech said initial third trial results from an ongoing booster trial show that a third shot giving 6 months after the initial 2 shots can bring antibody levels to a point that should increase protection against disease caused by either original strain or, of course, any of the Delta or variants, including the Delta variant and any of the other ones, the Lambda variant, all the variants. That's the deal. So I just kind of find that interesting that the CDC and the FDA did not agree with the drug companies that a third dose was needed. And it seemed like the drug companies are just saying this because they want to sell more vaccines.
Well, at least at this time, because there's always been talk there may be, because you talk about some of the hesitancy where people say, oh, I didn't get I'm not an anti-vaxxer, but I didn't get the vaccine. Some of that hesitancy is because we have not gone through a long-term study, which is basically what we are going through now.
Sure, that's exactly what's happening.
But so we are part of this study. So they're kind of learning on the fly. How long is the efficacy of these vaccines after the second shot? How long can you keep the antibodies, at a level where it's going to give you significant chance of, protection against the virus, including the variants. So it's expected that another booster shot will be needed, but it's so today's news is Pfizer saying, hey, this August we're going to start asking for this emergency vac, and the CDC's like, well, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not feeling that. And it's just obviously Pfizer and BioNTech are like, we would love to sell more of these vaccines, please. And I don't know if the booster shots do apply or don't apply, because I know Fauci came out yesterday and said he thinks that every vaccine that's on the market right now will protect you against all the variants. And again, give you the protection that you can expect from COVID-19 initially, which would be that you won't die. You're not going to need a ventilator. That's really what people wanted from the vaccine from the onset. Is they wanted to eliminate the ability of winding up on a ventilator or in a hospital bed.
They say once you end up in the ICU and you're intubated, you have a 90% chance of not coming out alive.
All right, 407-916-1041. I told you we're going to talk about sex and sex toys. And we are going to do that. And here's why. And this is going to be a clinical discussion of this. We're not going to do anything silly. This is a clinical discussion of this, okay?
I'm a serious person.
Clinical discussion. Here's why. It says now, you guys know who Dakota Johnson is?
Yes.
The actress. Obviously, you know who Cardi B is, right?
Yep.
Well, both of these guys are part of a movement to take away this negative stigma that's been built around sex toys for many, many years, right? Because they're endorsing their own brands of them, and a number of people have. So I want to take a little break. We'll come back and talk about sex toys. And actually, we have a Twitter poll up right now.
There you go. Yep. Do you own a sex toy? It's at Jim Colbert Show on Twitter.
And it's
Do you give like
interesting.
a amount, like 1 to 4?
No.
4
No.
to,
We didn't say quiver of sex toys. But I want to talk about this because it is kind of. Do you guys think there's a stigma around sex toys?
I believe so. I think there's a stigma, around sex.
There's no question there's a stigma around sex toys. I mean, no question at all. But why? I don't understand that. I mean, we can openly all say here that everybody masturbates, right? Everybody self-pleasures.
That's what's up.
But what I'm saying is you have no problem admitting that because it's so completely natural, right? But yet when you throw a toy or another implement into it, it becomes you're a deviant now, or there's some kind of weird perversion there.
I think because for a lot of guys, it's not intimidating, or you don't want to be compared to.
I don't ever, but the thing is, I would never. You can't replace a human doing that.
No, you cannot.
You cannot. But so that's my point. Is I was never ever intimidated by that. All right, let's take a little break.
I'm a bit surprised at the poll results thus far.
Really?
Yes.
All right, we'll go over
at
that
Jim
next.
Colbert Show on Twitter.
Wow.
I can't figure that out.
So this is something new.
What's your hot take on it?
407-916-1041. Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Clausman Law.
Problems coming in heading south on 417. There's a crash taking up the right lane, and we're seeing delays from John Young Parkway to I-Drive. There's also heavy traffic eastbound on I-4 coming in from Polk County between U.S. Highway 27 to Osceola Polk Line Road. Westbound still a solid ride near Celebration between World Drive and 429. The beach line still in good shape. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Rent-A-Kill Pest Control.
At Heron Home and Outdoor, we pride ourselves on providing thick, healthy, weed-free lawns. Keeping the grass on your lawn green and your shrubs and trees in tip-top shape is our specialty. Visit myheronhome.com today for a free quote and money-saving offers. Heron Home and Outdoor, your local lawn and pest experts.
We already told you about our Twitter poll at Jim Colbert Show. It's brought to you by wearenotthebanks.com. They're not the banks. They're better than the banks. Brad Siebert and the team there, they are mortgage lenders. This is what they do, either getting you the mortgage for your new home or helping you get the refinancing for the mortgage for your current home, taking advantage of these low rates right now. They handle all types of buyers. If you're self-employed, they can work with you. Investor loans, people with good credit, awesome. Even bumps in your credit, Brad and the team can work with you with all types of loans. VA, conventional, FHA, jumbo loans of all sizes, even no income documentation loans. I used them for a refi several years ago. It was a quick and painless process. Just go to wearenotthebanks.com to get started. NMLS ID number 205696, Equal Opportunity Lender.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
The summer of Cannes is here, and that means you can do things like go to pool parties and rock that swimsuit, because natural is in, like with Heineken, made from 100% natural ingredients with their premium malt and their famous A yeast. And what better summer workout than taking in the sun poolside and sipping the crisp, ice-cold can of Heineken. Pick up a pack or get it delivered and put the can back in summer, and that can be your six-pack. Must be 21 or over to purchase. Please drink responsibly.
Look, staying healthy isn't easy. Watching your diet, hitting the gym, avoiding stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The new Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed is the only bed that effortlessly adjusts and responds to both of you. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. Don't miss our weekend special. The new Queen Sleep Number 360 C2 Smart Bed is only $8.99, plus special financing. Ends Monday. Special financing subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Daytona Beach Racing and Card Club and the Great American Poker Tournament is giving you a chance to win your share of $100,000 starting July 9 through 11. Start qualifying to win your seat in this exciting $100,000 guaranteed poker tournament. This is just another one of the exciting Great American Poker Tournaments in 2021. That's right, $100,000 guaranteed July 9 through 11 at the Daytona Beach Racing and Card Club at I-4 and I-95 on Williamson Boulevard.
At Walgreens, we're committed to the fight against COVID-19. That's why we offer no-cost, contactless COVID-19 testing with same-day results at thousands of locations nationwide for patients ages 3 and up. Our pharmacy experts have administered millions of tests and are here to help when you need us. Schedule your COVID-19 test at no cost to you at walgreens.com/COVID-19 testing.
No cost to you with most insurance or government assistance. For ages 3 and up at select test locations. Test results turnaround time may vary by location depending on test type.
I want to break free.
Ready to break free? Norwegian Cruise Line is back and sailing this summer. Kick back in the Caribbean or take in the stunning sights in Europe. And with our robust health and safety program, you can cruise confidently. Book today and enjoy 30% off all cruises, free open bar, free airfare, and more. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line. Sail safe, feel free.
Ships Registry, the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
O'Reilly.
When it's a warm day and your car's AC is blowing hot air, you need some relief. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts and talk to our professional parts people about AC Pro refrigerant recharge kits for your vehicle. Buy now and you'll get a $15 gift card after mail-in rebate. Keep cool this summer with AC Pro refrigerant at O'Reilly Auto Parts, in store or at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
My central air is on its last legs. I need a new system.
To leave us a 5-star review, press 1.
You haven't even done anything yet.
For all other inquiries, press 2.
Frustrating.
Fine. For AC replacement, press...
Press what?
Give me a second. We're changing our outgoing message again.
What?
I'll just take you back to the main menu. You probably can't keep up.
Why didn't I just call Frank Gay?
Yes, why indeed?
Thought maybe I'd save a few...
Well, you get what you pay for. Now, what's it going to be? Main menu? Call back tomorrow. Give up completely.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need AC replacement, you need it done right. A live operator to take your call. A licensed, trained technician ready to roll. And your new system installed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
Don't forget to leave a 5-star review for our outgoing message.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Newt Gingrich here, and I'd like to invite you to listen to my podcast, Newt's World. Most people know me as the former Speaker of the House, but I'm also a historian with a wide range of interests. I enjoy talking with experts in their field and the most interesting people across a variety of subjects. I release 4 episodes of Newt's World every week with an effort to excite the imagination of our audience, and hopefully you'll learn something new each time you listen. Listen and subscribe for free to Newt's World on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Florida residents get in for only $14.99 now through the end of July at Gatorland. Radio.
104.1. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. 407-916-1041. Always text us easily at 77031. We do have a new YouTube page, guys. The Jim Colbert Show. Just go to YouTube and search that. Also Twitch and on Facebook. That means we're broadcasting the show live video. You can actually see us do our thing here in the studio. And by that, I mean sit and talk.
Yeah. But other people are talking like on the YouTube chat.
Yeah, the chat's going?
Yep, absolutely.
That's good.
Thing.
Monster's been doing that for a while, man.
Yep, a few years.
Yeah. 407-916-1041. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. We'll have trivia here in about 20 minutes or so. And, of course, Ross thoughts and another keyword at the top of the hour. Before we went to break, I was telling you guys about it's a movement here. And you know what? You can kind of already see this happening on social media and really in modern culture. With music and art, you can see that we've always had a level of sex in rock and roll. That's kind of what made rock and roll was the sexiness of it. Obviously, Elvis bringing that with the Elvis the Pelvis in the mid-'50s, breaking that mold as we moved into the 60s and 70s and 80s, and that sexual freedom and expression became more and more prevalent.
I see this as being more a movement of younger women embracing their sexuality and the needs of female sexuality rather than waiting for a marketplace to respond.
And that's exactly what's happening, because these doctors are saying that, when these celebrity females, especially, people like, Dakota Johnson and Cardi B, she is a massive influencer.
Yeah, Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, Gwyneth Paltrow is another one for sure. And the whole idea here is to take away the stigma from sex toys. Now, this specifically talks about females, because I will tell you, I think there's always going to be a stigma around like sex dolls. Like I don't know that you're ever going to shake that. Like if you have a sex doll, that's going to be hard. I mean, that's different than a vibrator. Can we admit that? It's different than a vibrator.
Thanksgiving is ruined.
Thanksgiving is ruined for sure. But this one is different because this is what they want. They want these sexual toys, vibrators particularly. That's what they're talking about here. Although this one girl says she has a sex bench in her house.
All right.
Do you know what that is?
I've seen those videos.
Yeah.
I do not know what that is. What is a sex bench? Does it have stuff built onto it?
Yeah.
And you basically just use the bench like a...
I believe... Well, I don't want to get the name wrong. Sibian or Simeon?
No,
Sibian?
Yeah, Sibian. That's a saddle thing, though.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Horsepower.
Isn't that like a bench? That could be like a bench.
I know. They have one at Fairville.
Giddy up.
And when they turn it up to 6, it shakes the rafters. I mean, it's...
Oh, yeah. It's...
Rattles your teeth, Jimmy?
So this one is different because this is simply young women saying, hey, look, we need to take away the stigma from these sex toys. They can be used for exploring one's body, for self-pleasure, enhanced pleasure, even with a male partner. They can be used to enhance that. And they're also stressing that there's an amount of shame and disapproval that comes along with this. And this was just this last year. They had a study when asking about the stigma or the aura or the feel of women who use vibrators on a normal basis. It was not positive. They automatically, people started projecting onto the women like, well, you can't find a man or you can't do this, rather than
You're oversexed.
Rather than just saying, hey, look, this feels good to me. I want this pleasure. It's almost like women aren't allowed to experience that.
No.
It's interesting. There's a lot of doctors talking about that. A lot of female doctors that deal with women or female sexuality were saying that this is a destructive kind of thought process, that these toys, these machines meant to give pleasure, or have had this stigma of being hypersexual or maybe you're loose
needy,
or more promiscuous, or
you're promiscuous. All of that plays into it. And it's interesting because the lack of sexual satisfaction is really a straight woman's problem.
Is it really?
Well, think about it. What other group of people have a more difficult time reaching orgasm? It wouldn't be men, it wouldn't be gay women, and it wouldn't be gay men.
Right.
So when you look at it, it's straight women who have this preponderance of not being able to reach climax with their partners. That can have a very detrimental effect on your relationship.
It sure can, yeah.
The level of intimacy that you're able. So if a partnership can kind of invest in one of these things that helps them get to that more intimate level of intimacy, physical intimacy, because we think of intimacy as only being physical when it's not.
Obviously not.
I can't see how it can hurt your relationship that you're in.
It's saying here that it says, when female celebrities step into the space of sexual health and wellness, other women do take notice. Does that affect you?
Yep.
I mean, if you saw a really famous person like Gwyneth Paltrow has a sex toy as part of her...
Because think about it. Sophia Loren, Raquel Welch, some of the most beautiful, buxom, gorgeous women exotic, never, ever talked about their personal sex lives or what they needed to get to that special place.
It says stars may be opening themselves up to criticism, even slut shaming, which is weird. It's weird that if you knew a woman that used a vibrator, that you would consider her to be a slut. Like what? There is no relation to that whatsoever.
But remember when I told you the challenge?
It can't be less slutty to have sex using a vibrator or to pleasure yourself with that. You're not having sex with anybody. The definition of a slut is sleeping with a bunch of people, is it not? I don't get it. It says, but it can only reach so many people. It says when the female celebrities decided to join in, that's when they really started seeing people paying attention and seeing a greater increase in interest in these particular devices.
I think some of the stigma comes from a male point of view who feel threatened by the idea of they're being replaced. Because if a woman can get satisfaction with a device that is similar to something other than that only a guy has, then they are now feeling that their need is no longer as strong.
What, am I just going to kill spiders now? I mean, literally.
Yeah, that's great.
No, seriously. That is an attitude that as a young woman you will encounter. That whole, like I said, that whole idea of competition, and you see it. I mean, as a young woman who's listening, I'll bet you she would tell when she does and does not let a man know that she has what used to be called marital AIDS. I mean, when you think about it, the first vibrator came into existence because doctors were tired of manually.
That's true.
Bringing women to orgasm so that they could get rid of this.
Did you know that? No.
The first one was called Steely Dan, which is where the band got its name, the Steely Dan.
Happy you clarified those are two separate entities.
Well, that's where it got its name.
You would go to the doctor. The doctor would give you an orgasm, and that was supposed to let go of anxiety.
Female hysteria. Hysteria was the catch-all phrase. But what was amazing was that somehow they didn't realize the same orgasm that works for your stress level that also worked for her hysteria should have never have gone away.
I don't know, guys. That hysteria sex. Oof. Pretty good.
That is insane, that the whole doctor thing. Would guys just be out in the waiting room?
No, guys didn't.
It wasn't like a thing you talked about.
I don't even think
guys
they called
wouldn't go to the doctor with her.
They wouldn't call it even orgasm. It was just what he did to get her over her anxiety and her hysteria. So it's
now, Jack,
I'd be at the doctor a hell of a lot more often. I'm telling you, if that would be part of the package, my HSA would be empty.
A standing appointment room.
We finally found a way to get Deborah to the doctor.
Her boyfriend's like, Deb, again? What's going on? His headache's killing me.
It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing.
We hit our deductible in February.
Never seen it. You seem very happy, though. Jack, now we did put up a Twitter poll today asking what percentage of our audience did have a sex toy.
Yep.
You led us to believe that it was a shocking answer.
Well, just a little surprising. I was not expecting this. It's at Jim Colbert Show on the Twitter machine if you want to go there, if you care to vote.
How'd you phrase it?
Do you own a sex toy?
Okay, very good. To the point, Blunt, I like it.
51% say yes.
And that was shocking to you? You thought it would be higher?
I did.
I did not. I think that number is a little shocking. Because I'm telling you, man, there's this weird thing. When you go into any of the adult stores, and we actually had somebody earlier, there's two major ones in town, Premier Adult Factory Outlet and our friends over at Fairvilla we've known for many, many years. Actually, we've known both of them for a very long time.
And classy establishments, by the way, those kind of skeeved out ideas of, I mean, they're made for couples to go in and explore.
That's what you see there. When you go there, you see couples walking around trying to enhance their sex lives using costumes or negligees or evening wear, massage oils,
videos, magazines,
water-based ID glide.
The third level is where you're going to find that saddle, so you're going to want to make sure you're not underneath near the stairs when they turn it on because you're going to get some dust from not that I've been there.
You got to scan your ID to get to that level.
But here's the deal: if
punch card.
See, I
that
think
level is when you open that door. When you open that door, it just smells like roses.
Oh. At first, I was surprised at that, but the more I think about it, a single guy, chances are, he probably does not have a sex toy.
Yeah, probably not.
Right? But a married guy, if his wife has one, he would say, yeah, I think he would answer yes to that question of, do you own a sex toy?
It was interesting, though, because we had a text earlier today in this conversation that said, well, that they think that there would be more of a stigma for men using fleshlights than there is for women using toys. Not sure how it's all about women again, because our question, sir, is why the fleshlight?
Yeah, I mean,
You've got Rosie Palm and her 5 sisters.
We've talked about that jokingly, and I actually didn't even think it was a real thing until I saw one.
It is a real thing.
But I mean, I don't think that males really use sex devices like that very much. I would think it would probably be more in the gay community than it would be in the straight community for males, right?
I would think that it would, but I think that I think there would also, though, be a stigma, both from men and from women, to find out men that do enjoy sex toys.
Wow, you really believe that? You think that if I started dating somebody and in a month into the relationship,
you
conversation
whip out your
came
vibrator?
up?
Yeah, she's going to have a bigger issue with that than her vibrator. I can guarantee you that.
Not exactly a vibrator, but let's say I brought out some kind of sex toy to stimulate something like that, and it was just part of my normal repertoire.
You can't even say it without realizing that would be, because that's kind of not the norm, right? You expect to have a single lady.
That would be out of the norm,
That would be out of the norm.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I do agree with that texter, and that, if I show up and I just start dating someone and I find his fleshlight in his side drawer,
Right, yeah.
we go.
Yeah, if I run into the bathroom, I'm going to come out in a butt basket.
Well, I'm going to throw this out here, though, Deb, and I agree that there's a stigma behind sex toys, and we're still propelling that stigma behind a sex toy. A fleshlight is still a sex toy at the end of the day. Granted, it's preferred. It's going to lean towards men, but which one is it here? Is it only female sex toys that have the green light?
No.
The
I'm not
stigma's
saying
with
that.
both of them. It's all sex toys altogether.
I'm saying that the stigma would exist. So even though I wouldn't want the stigma on me as a female who would, but at the same time, I could also understand that it's not in the norm. It wouldn't be something I would judge someone on, but it would be a discussion that we would have, because I would want to know, okay, well, what are your preferences? I think that's important to know straight up, because if you're not into BDSM, you're not going to learn to get into BDSM.
I just find that interesting. I really sound, let me just throw this out here, I am fully aware of how much it sounds like I have a fleshlight right now.
Okay.
Because I am defending them.
Yeah, I mean, do you have one? Just say it.
I do not. I don't really know what they look like.
Well, I mean, it looks like a flashlight, but inside,
isn't it? I
It's
think it's a
different.
mouth.
Yeah, nature. Down mouth.
Other natures.
Down mouth.
Yeah,
It's that.
Because recently oh God, we should get him on air. Recently, my friend allegedly got one sex toy,
a fleshlight,
that was just a silicone mouth.
Yeah,
and he was going, "Who bought this for me?"
Right.
And he thought it was like, man, someone's playing a joke. It's $90.
Yeah.
And then he was like, who
Oh,
spends $90 on a joke? Someone, somehow, Amazon switched up the packages. Now he just has this thing.
Every once in a while you get a weird Amazon package.
That's the weirdest.
I got one of those. Yeah. It had some weird stuff in it. Ready for this? It had...
Oh, I remember this.
It had earbuds.
Yeah.
It had fly paper. Like the kind you see in a restaurant where it would hang it like a coil.
Down, right, yeah.
That. And then it also had a vibrator in it. But it
That's
came
an
from
odd mix.
China. It was not on my bill. It was just sent to me, and it was I made sure I wasn't paying for anything. Believe you me, I know what those things
Set it
cost.
on fire.
But I held on to it for a while, and they never contacted me. It just stayed in the box, and then I sold it on eBay.
God Almighty, Jack.
Why'd that
have
volume?
respect for that.
Why'd that volume tray fall off there?
Yeah. He sold because he knows how cheesy that is.
Is that what you call it? Do you call it eBay?
Yeah.
This is interesting.
What?
Couple of texts came in. I'm male, 42, straight, and own a
Nice.
fleshlight. Love it.
Cool.
My girl and I use toys when we have sex, but I also don't mind my plug set and fleshlight in the shower from time to time. No shame. Love you guys and gals. Now, the one that kind of made me go, you see, I would have a problem with this. I own a toy collection as a man, and they are all for use on my partners.
Oh, so he owns a repertoire of vibrators for other people. Yeah. You don't want to walk in there and see. You don't want a vibrator closet like you open it up and it's Mr. and Mrs. Smith and it's all guns, but instead of guns.
Not unless you've got the DNA profile of everyone you've just used. Them.
It's just like a weapon rack.
Exactly. It makes the Matrix movies look a whole new different, doesn't it?
Let me ask a question because I missed out something, and I'm not judging here. I just want to ask. When you say plugs?
Yes, that's exactly what you're thinking, and you have to remember that that area of the man is where it contains what's considered the male G-spot.
Okay.
Is the prostate gland is considered. the male G spot.
Okay.
So
he knows, Deb.
The plug set is used to, in some cases, stimulate that area. Yes.
Okay. Again, not
just
judging.
like beads.
I've never heard of anyone using one on themselves. I always thought that it was on, like, you bought that to use on other people. I didn't know that you.
Those are specific.
I didn't know that was a self thing.
I know that those can be used with women, but they're not going to have the same effect because, of course, anything with a lot of nerve endings is going to get a big response.
Right. Yeah.
But that area of the man is, again, considered the G spot of the man is the prostate gland.
There's some endings.
Anal beads are really meant for the man's pleasure.
Oh, are they really?
That's what I learned at a sex toy party that I went to.
God almighty. Really?
That's what's up. They got parties?
Oh, yeah. It's like a Tupperware
right?
party.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Okay, now I remember.
It's like a Tupperware party. It's like a Barney thing.
I cooked for one.
Did you really?
So
They're
Fairvilla,
a blast.
Fairvilla had one. They actually invited me out. They have a big one for Valentine's Day.
He said,
and they have this gigantic sale where they bring in models, they bring in reps from the companies to show you how to use the stuff. There are videos. They do trivia and stuff. And it's actually a really fun event, and it is absolutely packed every single time. It's standing room only. And one year I made a little sweet dessert and then a little savory piece of bruschetta to serve at that thing. And it was funny talking to everybody. And I will tell you, the most fun you can have is in a sex shop with an elderly black woman. There is nothing more fun.
Uh-huh.
You won't hear "Oh Lordy" more than you'll hear it that day.
Oh Lord!
Oh Lord!
Jim, I feel like you missed the opportunity here, though.
Oh Lord!
If you're cooking for a sex party,
yeah, it's not a sex party, buddy.
It's a sex toy party.
Yeah, it's at a company. It's a business thing.
It's a company business thing.
And like you said, $90 ain't cheap.
And you made bruschetta.
Yeah.
You could have had some wordplay there. You could have called it bruschetta or something.
No. We didn't do any games with it. I made a macaron.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was white chocolate and raspberry macaron. It was very good.
I mean,
I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire!"
Oh,
there she is.
that's
now.
Sweet Brown.
Sweet Brown made it to the lube aisle,
Yes, she
apparently.
did.
I got bronchitis.
Oh no, that changes everything. You just ruined one of the greatest internet videos of all time.
Oh, you
Lord
did not.
Jesus,
Fine.
it's a fire. I didn't grab my shoes or nothing.
Kapooyah!
There you go. That's video from the night that I cooked.
Holy cow.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Guys, load them up. It is time for Pick the Porn.
What a great segue.
How apt.
We have a prize. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO moving.com.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Staples Stores.
You watched the Aaron Rodgers celebrity golf match. He was non-committal, but based on everything I've seen from the reigning MVP, he'll be back in the next couple of weeks. Aaron hasn't publicly committed to returning because he knows it makes the front office uneasy. After drafting his replacement and not making any big moves in free agency, Aaron Rodgers is enjoying the Packers' discomfort. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Staples Connect has amazing prices for everything on your back-to-school list. Right now, Crayola 12-count colored pencils, 10+2 Crayola marker bonus packs, and Staples pencil boxes are just 97 cents each. Offer ends 9/18/21, limit 30. Prices may vary online.
Tools Ace Hardware is your place for paint. Love these guys for that. Ace, the only national retailer carrying Benjamin Moore paint. The paint I think is the best out there. Trained, knowledgeable paint department specialists will make your paint project easy to complete. Choose from thousands of beautiful and timeless colors right there in their color center, or let them match it up with their existing wall color or decor with their precision color matching software. Plus, when you purchase a color sample, you're going to get $5 off when you come back and buy paint. Plus, with their extra mile promise, they promise to get you everything you need for your paint project in one trip, or they're going to deliver it to you for free. Just shop at any of the 11 convenient locations here in Central Florida. Find yours at toolsacehardware.com.
One thing I like about IDC is we're very transparent.
Meet John DiSabatino, manager at International Diamond Center.
Somebody comes in and they're looking for a diamond. We're very transparent on what that diamond is.
In fact, at IDC, they'll share with you the inside secrets of the diamond industry. Teach you how to buy like a dealer buys with a no-holds-barred diamond education, including how to value a diamond on the world market.
We don't believe on creating an artificial markup and then coming down on the price, which you'll see a lot of our competitors will do. We even have customers that'll leave other jewelry stores, walk in here, and then the other jewelry stores call them again and taking another $1,000 off the price. Well, what was the real price?
It's different at IDC because there's nothing to hide. No pricing games, no tricks, no old school ridiculous margins.
We look at overall volume. We're not looking at trying to make this huge profit.
It's all about putting you first and respecting your intelligence.
So coming here at IDC, you're going to get the best merchandise at the best prices, and you're going to get the best experience.
International Diamond Center, 4 Orlando area locations. Online at shopidc.com.
Duke Energy is ready to help you through this year's hurricane season. We're investing in a stronger, more resilient grid to help reduce and even prevent outages. And when storms strike, Duke Energy will be there to get the power back on as safely and quickly as possible, while keeping you informed. It's all part of building a smarter energy future. Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
Have you or someone you know been diagnosed with COPD? If so, you may qualify for a research study for current or former smokers. Participants may be 40 years and older, seeking add-on inhalers and experiencing COPD flare-ups. Qualified participants in our study may receive the following: study-related care at no cost, inhalers at no cost, compensation for time and travel. To see if you qualify, call 407-257-8102. That's 407-257-8102.
At Checkers, we're loading up our next Baconzilla with melty cheese and plenty of bacon for Mary. See, Mary had a little trouble fixing up an old car today. A really, really old car. So we fixed up a couple of hand-seasoned 100% beef patties and topped them with melty cheddar cheese and crispy bacon. Just for her. Mary, you got that old jalopy running again. Now go grab yourself a bacony cheesy reward. You've earned it. Baconzilla, only at Checkers. Get it delivered through our new rewards app.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
Panera favorites are hot and ready to serve for dinner. Taste our creamy mac and cheese served in a crispy bread bowl. Or the classic bacon turkey Bravo featuring our signature sauce. How about our new mouth-watering Chipotle chicken and bacon flatbread pizza? These and other favorites are waiting for you. Order dinner tonight for delivery or pickup. Only at Panera. Availability and pricing may vary.
Real Radio is on Instagram because why wouldn't we be? You know what? Don't answer that. At Real Radio 1041, powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio. 104.1.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Hope you have a big weekend planned, man. Lots of fun out there in that heat. Gonna get some rain, of course. Get things done early before the rain sets in. It's on its way right now. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Speaking of Ross, let's find out what's in the old sauce jar.
All aboard! Doug! I have a wonderful pair of tickets to see Patton Oswalt. Honestly, one of the best comedians who's been doing it and been doing it for a very long time, live at the Who's Ready to Laugh tour December 29th at Hard Rock Live. Phenomenal venue, phenomenal food, Hard Rock for the win. Also in the sauce jar, more of a heads up, a notification. Sound the trumpets. If you win trivia... thought you had a better trumpet than that.
He's heard that before.
I'll take that. If you win trivia, your name and your phone number is going out on a list. It's a good list, I promise. You want your number on this list, and you want us to call you, because if you're one of the lucky 3 people the first day after Labor Day in September, well, then you get to choose from one of these amazing prizes.
Like what?
I'm talking about a MacBook Pro.
Oh,
what?
I want that one.
It's not a MacBook Amateur, it's a MacBook Pro.
Okay.
I also
You
got
write that?
I got a PlayStation 5 bundle. I'm so proud to say I did not. I'm riffing, just trying to make this notification far more entertaining because we have a month left of this small monologue.
Oh, so let's make it as long as possible.
A little sprinkle on some brutal honesty there for you, Jack. I also have a 70-inch television. Are you tired of looking at stuff on your phone? Ha! How about a 70-inch television? That's like bigger than your phone. That is your Sauce Jar, which is brought to you by...
Or try this. You're registered for the Summer of Stuff. Go to Jim Colbert Live for more. Back to you, Deb.
Brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. Go local with your move, local or long distance, residential or commercial. And if you mention the Jim Colbert Show, you'll get a discount. That's right. Book them today at CentoMoving.com. That's CENTO Moving.com. Since it's Friday, Jim, back to you.
Don't let that guy bully you like that.
He's not bullying me.
He's bullying you. He just ran you over.
I will... No, he did not.
Let's do Pick the Porn. Lower the lights a little bit, Deb, if you don't mind.
No.
Pour me some champagne.
No.
I prefer Cooks.
Deb, don't let him bully you like that.
Yeah, don't.
Hey, thank you. I'm going to get out my beads and show him who's boss. Drag him around the rooms. Old farmer says.
All right, who goes first today, buddy?
Yo. Let's welcome Colleen.
Colleen.
I got a terrible
that's
sexy voice.
the right one there. Colleen, how you doing?
I'm doing just fabulous, and how are you guys?
Wonderful. Want to play a little game with us?
Hell yeah.
That's right. It's time for Pick the Porn. It's Friday. That only means one thing. It is time for Pick the Porn. All right, Colleen, here are 3 actual adult film titles and 1 lie that knows all the bus routes by heart.
Oh, come on.
Number 1. Number 1, Juggernauts.
That one got me.
Number 2.
Okay, then.
Number 2, Big Boom Bangaroo or Big Boob Bangaroo. All right, number 3, Chocolate Socket. And lastly, the Chunk Whisperer.
Oh, my God. What was the last one? What was the last one again? You said
the Chunk Whisperer.
The Chunk Whisperer.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to answer now. Your old man can't look him up in the back room. He can't.
No, he's not looking up.
All right.
He's totally illiterate.
He just
I'm going with the first one, Juggernaut.
No, Juggernauts. Get it right. That's wrong. All right,
That's
get you
an
out of
actual?
here. That's an actual adult film title. Juggernauts is for real.
Can you describe the cover?
You can not do that here. Who's next? God.
So we've got Juggernauts is real. Okay.
Who's next, Ross?
I always enjoy this next caller because he always gives me the first initial of his last name. Let's welcome Michael P.
Michael, how you doing, buddy?
Good, buddy. How you doing?
All right, man. It's time for Pick the Porn. Here are 3 adult film titles. One of these is not real. Find it, and I'll send you to the Sauce Jar. Here we go. Number 1, Big Boob Bangaroo. Number 2, the Chocolate Socket. And lastly, the Chunk Whisperer.
Oh, jeez.
I know.
Come on, Michael P.
I'm just going to go with, because I like them, big boobs.
Yeah, Big Boob. That's absolutely real, unfortunately.
Oh, Big Boob Bangaroo.
The Big Boob Bangaroo is, let's just say the cover's in lo-fi.
Because I know which one I'm going with, man. I know what I like. I'm going with big boobs.
Big boobs.
Give them to me. Give them. Give them.
I don't know why that killed me. Got real intimate. Let's welcome Mark. It's biblical.
Mark. Sacrilege. You're a heretic.
You
All right,
heathen.
Mark, you got a 50-50 shot here for Pick the Porn. Find the fakie here. You ready?
I need a cigarette.
50-50.
All right, here we go. Number. Thanks, Rain Man.
Every interaction is killing me on this one.
50-50. It's 50-50. All right, number 1, Chocolate Socket. And number 2, the Chunk Whisperer. That one is bad. That one.
Heads or tails?
Give me the answer.
How about Chunk Whisperer?
There you go. Chocolate socket is the answer. I'll give that to you. You're on hold, and you are a winner. I actually gave you the answer. I said that one's tough, and I'm basically telling you Chunk Whisperer is actual.
So chocolate
Can I tell you
socket.
something? You know what that is? That is a woman that weighs at least 500 pounds, not wearing anything. She's just holding her stomach up while two dudes whisper into each ear.
That's
by the
whole
way,
video?
By the way, they're naked.
Okay.
Into each other's ear?
No, into hers. They're whispering. Anyway.
Oh.
A couple that did not make the
I have
cut
to look that
before
up.
we get to Ross thoughts. Double dealing piston poppers.
Great alliteration. Oh, wait, is that Dr. Seuss? Who wrote that one?
Fine by me.
All right.
Oh, all right.
And, of course, hard ass to follow. All of those did not make the cut. There you go. Pick the porn for a Friday here in early July. What's coming up for Thoughts, Killer?
And just real fast, I feel bad for... We have a 20-year difference between us, and I genuinely feel bad for generations before me because, yeah, sure, the internet has helped a lot of things and has ruined a lot of things, but the one thing that it has absolutely made it easier to do is watch porn. I can't imagine the whole magazine era, the
Or
whole
videotape or
the
CDs
videotape.
or-
You have to go to a video rental.
Oh, that was,
that was so much fun
and you
as
had
a woman to walk back there and see them scatter like cockroaches.
And the most embarrassing thing in your wallet was your Fairvilla card, like your rental card, like where you had to actually show them, here's my number, here's my member number.
So if you're really into some weird stuff, you still have to walk up to a guy that I
Yeah.
assume's name is like Chad or something.
Yeah.
And he has
You
to
have
go,
to check those out, yeah.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, I watched that one too. That one's good. Wink. I'm like, ugh.
Have you ever been to Fairvilla?
I have.
Okay, have you seen the photographs of the people who try to shoplift stuff?
Oh, those are the best.
It's the
Those
best.
are the best.
They make a deal with you for people who don't know. I want to get the thoughts here real quick. The deal is if they catch you shoplifting at Fairvilla, they'll let you off the hook if you let them take your picture and hang it in the store. They will not call the cops. They will not turn you in. Your photograph is just in the store.
And mocked openly by everyone who walks by it.
As a shoplifter, that is one of the greatest things ever.
Oh,
I
man.
mean, just one of the best ideas ever. What's coming up for thoughts?
Okay. This is going to get weird.
God, man. When doesn't it? Can you just do something normal that's funny?
I have to get this off my chest. Jack ruined me.
I'm sorry, what? Me?
This is Jack's fault.
Coming off these last two segments, that's an odd thing to say.
That's funny. It's instantly, did you notice the attitude adjustment? Jimmy just went like that, happy.
You mean prison ruined?
He
or-
wrecked me.
Oh. So it is prison.
He
Salad, anyone?
has dominated my sleep cycle.
Oh.
And I will tell you why. I need your guys' help, and I need Jack to know the crimes that he has done.
Damn. All right, we'll do that next.
Show us on the doll.
Your chance to win $1,000 is just minutes away on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Clausman Law.
Officials still working a cleared accident causing big delays south on 417 between Chongyun Parkway and just before I-Drive. The right lane is blocked here. We're seeing heavy traffic too westbound on I-4 between World Drive and 429 and eastbound slow between Princeton Street and Lee Road. We're still in good shape on the 408, the Beach Line, and the Turnpike. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Discover matches all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year. It's amazing because Discover is accepted at 99% of places in the U.S. that take credit cards. Learn more at discover.com/yes. 2021 Nielsen Report limitations apply.
Man, when summer gets here in Central Florida, things start flying around with this terrible weather, hurricanes, storms. You know how dangerous it can be. And in your home, it can be dangerous as well, unless you get with FAS Windows and Doors and get those laminated security windows for added protection in your home. Not only do they help stop that flying stuff outside, they really make it feel incredible inside. Double insulated vinyl windows from FAS. Simply the answer to a lot of your issues if you live here in Central Florida. Your AC works less, which makes it last longer. Also, your power bills drop dramatically, and the inside of your house sounds amazing. It is genuinely incredible how the inside of your house gets so nice and quiet. And by the way, you got doors that do that for you as well. The entryway doors, like the smile of your home. Make sure that FAS has the perfect one to make your house stand out in the neighborhood. They can do that for you. Their showroom is easy to find. Fairbanks and I-4. Hop online today and book your appointment. It's FASWD.com.
The Summer of Truck sales event is going on right now down at Nations Trucks. And if you're looking for the best deal on your next truck, look no further than nationstrucks.com. If you're looking for a Ford, Chevy, Dodge Ram, GMC, Nations Trucks has got them all and more, and they're going to save you a ton of money versus buying new. And with approved credit right now, you can take advantage of interest rates as low as 1.99%, and you won't start making payments on that truck until November. So what are you waiting for? Before you buy any truck, new or used, head over to Sanford and visit our friends at Nations Trucks or online at nationstrucks.com. Start driving the truck that you deserve today.
Have you or someone you know been diagnosed with COPD? If so, you may qualify for a research study for current or former smokers. Participants may be 40 years and older, seeking add-on inhalers and experiencing COPD flare-ups. Qualified participants in our study may receive the following: study-related care at no cost, inhalers at no cost, compensation for time and travel. To see if you qualify, call 407-257-8102. That's 407-257-8102.
No matter what time it is, Amscot is ready when you are. Come cash your check for lower fees than most places. Anytime. With more 24-hour locations than ever. Amscot.
Miles of pristine white sand below, expansive cerulean blue skies above, and wonderment everywhere you look. This is St. Pete Clearwater in the fall. Here, the senses awaken with the first morning light. Emerald green waters gently lap the shore. A calming Gulf breeze floats through the air. It's vivid, it's vibrant, and it's the perfect getaway. Plan your fall escape to America's best beaches at visitstpeteclearwater.com.
You do not want your AC to break down when it gets hot in the summertime in Central Florida, so make sure you get hold of Mills Air. They can help you with preventative maintenance on all brands. Preventative maintenance can save you so much money. They can detect upcoming breakdowns and you're not stuck. MillsAir.com. That's MillsAir.com.
Need to turn your home equity into cash? This is Robert Palmer, and home values are at an all-time high. Smart homeowners are accessing home equity at today's low rates, but don't use your home equity to pay closing costs. Let me pay them instead. Visit rpfunding.com for details. NMLS 70168, Equal Housing.
This view was worth a hike.
Right? And it's a good way to stay on top of my health.
Yes, on Cologuard, a prescription colon cancer screening option for people 45 plus at average risk. Have you screened for colon cancer?
Not yet.
Don't wait. It's more treatable when caught in early stages.
Tell me more.
Cologuard is non-invasive and it's used at home. It detects altered DNA in your stool to find 92% of colon cancers.
92%?
Yep, even those in early stages.
This was seen in a clinical study with patients 50 and older. Any positive result should be followed by a diagnostic colonoscopy. False positive and negative results may occur. Cologuard is not a replacement for colonoscopy in high-risk patients. Do not use if you have had adenomas, have inflammatory bowel disease and certain hereditary syndromes, or a personal or family history of colon cancer.
Most insured patients pay $0. Ask your provider or an online prescriber if Cologuard is right for you, or visit Cologuard.com.
I'm in.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
If you were denied Social Security benefits, call us. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries, call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio 104.1 has your chance to win $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword PAY, P-A-Y, PAY to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and information. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's pay to 200-200, and may your efforts bear fruit.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate that. Your 6 o'clock keyword is pay, P-A-Y. Just text that to 200-200 for your shot to win $1,000. Again, 6 o'clock keyword is pay, P-A-Y, or P. But it's pay, I promise. P-A-Y. I can't see anything. Some stupid glasses. All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb and Jack are here as well. Let's get some Ross thoughts.
It's weird.
God almighty. Open it up.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Smell it.
It's Ross. Spelled like sauce.
Taste it.
It's Ross Thoughts.
See it, guys.
Disgusting.
All I'm saying.
Ew.
Why?
What'd I do?
Smell it, taste it. I'm just reminding you to use your senses.
Good point.
You guys filled in the get your minds out of the gutter. Maybe I was talking about a fresh croquette.
Oh, we just spent 40 minutes talking. All right, never mind.
Ross Thoughts is brought to you guys by the Real Radio We Come to You comedy tour. Woo-hoo! It is going down. I'm super proud. This is like kind of my baby, so I will ask for all of our listeners to show up, man. It's going down July 24th. I'm going to be in Ocala at the Marion Theater. July 31st, I'm out in Leesburg at the Melon Patch Theater. I got Sabrina Ambra with me from the News Junkie. I got Dwayne. I got Christoph Jean. It's going to be such a good night, and you can get your tickets right now at orlandocomedy.com. All right, we got to reestablish some stuff.
Oh.
Some things that I've said earlier on in the week. I came clean, and I told you guys on Monday or Tuesday, I apologize, that I stopped smoking weed, and it's the first time in my adult life where I can say I have not smoked weed in 13 days.
13 days.
I'm on day 13,
First
baby.
time in your life?
First
Ouch.
time. It's sad.
Since you started smoking.
It's a true fact, but
Yeah.
since I have...
What year, how old were you when you started smoking?
I think I was 17.
17, okay.
And outside of a couple of cruises and a couple of times of like, oh, he's not in town anymore. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Right, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I gotcha.
This is the first time where I have gone, I think I might be done for at least a
short period of time.
Suspension indefinitely.
Man, his weed guy must have cried.
So check this out, though. The side effects, the first side effect that can you have a side effect of sobriety? I don't know.
Yes.
That's how sad my perspective is still.
But it's not a side effect of sobriety. What the side effect you're talking about is not being stoned.
Yeah, and the biggest one was that my sleeping has just shattered. My sleep schedule plummeted. I could not go to sleep. Even when I went to sleep, I would still wake up. I feel like I'm 50, 60, because guess what I'm doing now? Waking up to go pee.
What?
Yeah.
You never did that before?
Never did that before, and now I'm waking up going, yep, I know what my body's telling me.
Mm-hmm.
Got to go to the bathroom. So I go ahead and I explain that to you guys on Tuesday, and honestly, it's a very weird, painfully honest moment for me in this radio show, because it's sad to say again, but it's been a unfortunate, at times unfortunate and other times fortunate, a part of my identity. So Jack, as a very good friend, on that next break looked at me and said, if you're having a hard time going to sleep, here's some advice.
I like giving them advice. He needs advice. I'm like his life coach.
I
More
really,
like Dad.
really do. It's another nailing it right on the head there, Jack. So, Jack's advice, though, was to focus on your breathing before you go to sleep, almost like you're meditating. Just focusing on your breathing. Jack's been doing a lot of meditating, and then he
changed him.
Yeah, and he also gave me another little side.
It's darkened by hair.
Another heads up was that whenever you are focusing on your breathing, it's inevitably going to happen. You're going to have just a thought pop into your brain.
Yep.
You wipe it away, and then you start focusing on your breathing.
Make sure you belly breathe, though.
I don't know what that...
Sure you do. Watch a baby. You ever see a baby move their chest up and down?
Yeah.
It's really
Always their
weird.
belly.
It's really weird if I just go out and stare at babies,
Yeah.
Deb.
But let me ask you, though, something. When you say focus on your breathing, what are you even talking about? Are you talking about, like, hearing yourself breathe? Or what are you talking about?
So what I tried to explain to my
It's
Padawan Ross.
Yeah.
Yeah. My little grasshopper.
Okay.
It's when you wake up, and then he has a hard time getting back to sleep. And the thing that was Naomi mentioned it to me. She read it somewhere. Just focus on breathing. Because what I'll start to do is think about, tomorrow's Friday. I got to do this, and then we got to get the Twitch channel
And
running.
once your brain
I gotta
gets going.
Yes, and then I just got to get up. So you don't allow yourself to think about other things. You give yourself a singular thing to focus on, and your breathing is always there. It's a natural thing to do. When other thoughts pop in, and I learned this from meditation, you just gently move them aside and go back to breathing, because that is inevitable. And so that was the advice I gave a little Ross boy.
And it...
Just smoke some weed.
I was thinking the same thing.
It's easy.
I'm like, all of this is solved by just puff, pass.
I want to pass a drug test.
Why?
Because
I love
I
this.
haven't been able to my entire adult life.
I love it. I'm with you 1,000%, buddy.
Like I've never had that option. I've never done it, and to be honest with you, I've never really felt like I was truly in control of that aspect of my life. I was there were some weird spots where I was smoking it just because of out of habit, and then I would get stoned. I'd be like, well, now why did I do that?
Right? Yeah.
And it would bother me. So now I was like, cool, let's stop it. Day 13. Jack gives me advice to go to sleep. I'm not looking for congratulations, because I really don't think that there's anything wrong with people who smoke weed.
No, but you made a lifestyle choice for you that you feel is an improvement, and for that is what I congratulate you on.
It could be anything. It could be overeating or whatever. Just committing to it, to making a change that you want to make.
And I also told you guys that on Tuesday, another massive side effect is that my dreams have been like palpable. I remember all of them. It's getting weird, really weird, vivid dreams. Now, this is the problem here.
Okay.
Jack's advice was actually very good. I've been focusing on my breathing.
Okay.
Thank you.
There's one thing, though, is that now I think about Jack every night before I go to bed. And then I start to dream.
Oh.
And
Jack has been in my dreams, him in his little cute-ass cargo shorts.
Oh, damn, this took a turn.
And
it's weird, man. So I need you guys to give me better sleeping advice than Jack did.
Oh, I thought you meant cargo shorts are weird. They are.
Jack has...
Well, not for weekend stuff.
Jack has crept in. That's why he has the cargo shorts. That's where he stores all of his wisdom. There's a lot of square footage on them shorts, Daddy-o.
Put his truth hammer in that loop.
There we go.
It's killing me.
There you go.
It's killing me that literally every night since Tuesday, the last thing I think of for the day is Jack Bradshaw.
Somebody has cursed you, my friend.
And it's really weird because then I've had dreams about Jack Bradshaw.
When you say you've had dreams about him, you are trying.
We've canoed, Jim. We were on a wild safari adventure.
Whoa.
Canoeing.
Who's in the front?
I think me.
Of course.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Oh, well. We always figured you'd be the bottom.
Well, yeah, his view from back there is better.
Last night we were both competing like in a professional singing competition.
Is it on the canoe?
Not on the canoe. It was two separate dreams.
You didn't verify that.
You need to help me. Please give me sleeping advice so I can think about someone else before I go to
I've
bed.
got sleeping advice.
I'm not giving it to you because I don't want to be on your damn canoe, buddy. I got bad news for you. I'm a canoeless, Jim.
No, hop onto the dream boat.
No, I don't want to be in your dream canoe.
And it gets weird because
it gets weird.
It gets weird.
Okay.
It gets weird. I've complimented Jack in my dreams.
Complimented
Oh,
him?
nice.
On what?
What'd you tell me?
That you have good hair.
Okay.
Thank you. Well,
But-
Jimmy tells me that.
But it's weird that I'm thinking about my boss / good friend, close friend. All right, in that order.
People are just texting you fap.
Yeah,
I was going to suggest that, dude.
I do that. I do that.
And that still doesn't help you fall asleep?
Not right now.
That's why he thinks it's Jack.
I'll go to sleep. No, that's not. It's not. It's not. It's really weird.
You get yourself a jack light. I mean, a flashlight.
Yeah. Jim,
We'll slip there. My bad.
this is a problem, and you're not taking it serious.
I know I'm taking it dead serious.
Jack light.
Jack light. Deb, give me advice to go to sleep. It's not like. It's also when I wake up in the middle of the night, I go like, all right, time to focus on my breathing. And just like Jack said, you're going to have thoughts. You want to wipe them away. And it's Jack. I'm wiping Jack away.
Oh, I just can't quit you.
Are you keeping your fiance up the entire time because you're tossing and turning? Is it affecting her sleep?
I mean, she's always been kind of a light sleeper, but she hasn't told me yet. And I haven't told her about this whole, I think about Jack Bradshaw every night.
She's also beautiful. Why don't you just open your eyes, look at her, and hold on to that mental image?
Can you imagine being her and hearing Jack?
No, I don't.
Jack.
I don't think I do that.
Jack. I'm pretty sure
You
she's
wouldn't-
already
yeah,
aware
but
who you're
you wouldn't
dreaming
know.
of.
Yeah, but I mean, if you don't know and you're yelling paddle faster,
Wednesday night, we went to a Yankee game.
Oh, stop.
We went to a Yankee game.
Did they win?
You guys have a more full social calendar than I do.
Yeah, no doubt.
Your dreams are packed, buddy.
I'm doing more in his dreams than I am in real life. Absolutely.
You've made Jack's life better.
Jim, you need to tell me to breathe easier.
I'm not doing it, buddy. I got bad news for you.
Look me in my eyes.
Not a chance in all the hells.
And tell me to...
No.
Deb, anything.
Do not do it. Do not do it. Don't you give him that. Do you want him doing that to you?
I'm not doing anything.
Do you want him jacklighting you? Yeah, that face that you just gave me is exactly what I'm thinking. I don't want him jacklighting. I don't want him gym lighting me.
You got a pretty mouth.
You know what's also one of the weirder aspects about every Jack dream I've had? Because
Don't
Tuesday...
call it Jack Dream,
Don't
please.
call it Jack Dream.
I can't call it a Jack dream?
What? Say
Call
it
it a
loud.
Bradshaw dream or something.
Say that.
It's a Jack dream. It's a Jack dream.
Okay.
I have had dreams about Jack.
Ing?
No, not Ing.
Okay.
Well,
it's a Jack dream.
Okay,
sounds
Jack
a little
dream.
bit like
it sounds odd, but go ahead.
Ing.
Continue.
He's always in cargo shorts.
I know.
Right? Right? Is that
Yeah,
the
we all
look
know
you
that.
like?
And I always have
Very sensible shoes.
like outdoorsy shoes.
Okay.
Like those hybrid hiking tennis shoe things?
There was one night
Oh, man.
I was crocking it, and then another night I was like full-blown galoshing it.
Man, how many total dreams have you had about Jack this week? And
Jumping Jack Fap.
Like, I'm asking.
Okay, so
Is it more-
Tuesday night?
So you've already named 4.
Yeah, well then I think we're done. And
So you've
there's
had one
also
every
been
night.
multiple dreams. There's been multiple dreams within one night. The singing competition.
He's got it bad.
I have this effect on people.
No,
He's
you
got it-
don't.
He's got it bad.
Singing competition. This is the one that happened in the canoe?
No, those are two separate dreams.
Okay, so
Someone asked did Jack ask him to talk into his microphone?
where was the singing competition?
It's just on a stage, a lot of production. We made it far. We looked good. Look at me, Jack. Thank you. That's all I wanted.
You're welcome.
What do I do about this?
I don't know. Somebody's just yelling, stroke! Stroke! Stroke!
The canoe thing was actually really relaxing. I think we both enjoyed it.
But just focus on that then. Focus on you and Jack's canoe trips. And that's a weird thing. Maybe you'll trick your dream into believing, look at this, I'm fighting dream with dream. I feel for you, buddy. I listen.
It's weird.
I've had dreams I've been stuck on for scenarios, just with situations in my life that weren't good, and then I had to relive it in my dreams. And it was traumatic because it seems so real,
Ross, I think this is the exact reason we have medical marijuana legal in Florida.
I don't think it's the exact reason.
13 days.
13 days.
And it turned you into this.
Yeah, exactly.
13 days.
And I keep dreaming about.
Do you need me to call you to tuck you in?
That's not where we're going with this.
Yeah.
Those are your Ross thoughts. Just go to orlandocomedy.com, and I would love to perform jokes in front of you in Ocala and Leesburg. Those are your Ross thoughts. I'm out. Peace.
Jumping Jack Fap.
I'm worried.
I'm worried. Because Jack sang better than me, I think, if I remember correctly.
Good.
Oh, my God.
I think you're a good singer in your dreams. You don't ever do anything good in your dreams. You ever tried to punch somebody in your dream?
No.
Can't do it.
No.
Why?
You can't.
Usually it's hard to even speak.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't punch in the dreams. Yeah. You can't do any of that. I mean, you can have sex. There's evidence. 407-916-1041. Back with more to Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Jack.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos. For locations, go to gringoslocos.com and securedroofingandrestoration.com. Visit their website for your free estimate today. At 8 p.m., it's Bungalower and the Bus. At 9, we all find out what the hell is Angel listening to. Tonight on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, shop the rest. Buy from the best. Goldsmithjewelry.com.
We're seeing stop-and-go traffic westbound on I-4 between World Drive and 429. It's also slow between Central Florida Parkway all the way back to Sand Lake Road. Eastbound solid, too, between Princeton Street and Lee Road. And we're seeing delays between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. Watch for an accident on Central Florida Parkway between I-Drive and Orangewood Boulevard. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Spectrum Business. Small businesses are always looking for ways to cut costs. That's why you should switch to Spectrum Business. You could cut your internet and phone bill in half while getting faster internet speeds and proven reliability. Call 888-489-2212 today.
Come to Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex to learn about the future of the Artemis program. Artemis is the next human space program from NASA with the goal of landing the first female and first person of color on the moon's south pole by 2024. It's the space agency's first crewed moon mission since Apollo 17 in 1972. And of course, once there, they're going to study the surface of the moon, establish sustainable exploration, and of course, prepare to go to Mars. And you can see all of this unfold right there at the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Make sure to plan your visit so you don't miss discovering the next giant leap in human achievement. It's the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, the only destination in the universe where you can touch a moon rock, stand nose to nose with a real space shuttle, and of course, glimpse the future of space exploration. Book your tickets today and learn more at KennedySpaceCenter.com.
Tickets are on sale now for our 2021 iHeartRadio Music Festival, September 17th and 18th in Las Vegas. Billie Eilish, Cheap Trick, Coldplay, Dua Lipa, Florida Georgia Line, J. Cole, Journey, Khalid, Lil Baby, Maroon 5, Nelly, Sam Hunt, Weezer, special guest performance by Phineas, and more on the T-Mobile Arena nighttime stage. Get tickets now through AXS.com. That's AXS.com.
When it comes to power, trust the source. SolarSource.com.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
What? Just 15 seconds to talk about Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea? That smooth taste of real brewed tea with just the right kick of alcohol. What? We started already. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for it in the bright yellow cans.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Hello, Florida. Switching to Geico is a good idea, especially when you consider everything.
First off, Geico makes it easy to switch, and you can contact your local agent for personalized assistance.
But if it's so easy, you might start thinking everything is easy, even big wave surfing. And it's not. It's actually quite difficult.
Well, if you switch to Geico, you could save hundreds on car insurance, and you could keep saving by bundling bundling your motorcycle, boat, and RV, plus your renter's insurance.
But saving money might lead you to make some questionable purchases, like a 20-foot feather boa. And do you know how hard it is to clean a 20-foot feather boa?
Well, they do have an industry-leading mobile app you can use to pay your bill, file and manage a claim, or add a new driver.
But when life gets a little easier, it makes you too confident, and you start calling everyone Ace. And you're better than that.
Well, Geico has a 97% customer satisfaction rating and has been saving people money for 85 years. It's hard to beat that.
But you're right.
Switch to Geico. It's obviously a good idea.
I love Racetrack for so many reasons, but I love them the most because they're trying to save you money. They are. They have 3 different ways to save you money with fuel. It's called the Fuel Savings Trio. You can do number 1, the Racetrack Rewards. You could do the upgrade to the Rewards VIP, and you can get the Racetrack debit card. 3 different ways to save you money at the pump, and it's so awesome that Racetrack thinks about you this way because they're always thinking about you. And what they want you to do is go by Racetrack today and grab whatever gets you going.
In St. Pete Clearwater, let your senses be your guide. Follow the incredible aroma of outdoor dining under a starlit night, or see the sunset over the Gulf, painting a magnificent orange and red sky. Feel the gentle breeze on a leisurely stroll along the new St. Pete Pier, or let every sense come alive at the Salvador Dali Museum. Sounds like it's time for a fall getaway. You can sense it. Plan your fall escape to America's best beaches at visitstpeteclearwater.com.
Need to turn your home equity into cash? This is Robert Palmer, and home values are at an all-time high. Smart homeowners are accessing home equity at today's low rates, but don't use your home equity to pay closing costs. Let me pay them instead. Visit rpfunding.com for details. NMLS 70168, Equal Housing.
The Summer of Trucks sales event is going on right now down at Nation's Trucks. Ford, Chevy, Dodge Ram, and GMC. Interest rates as low as 1.99% and no payments till November with approved credit. Start driving the truck that you deserve. Visit nationstrucks.com today.
If your grocery delivery is just okay, that's not okay. But good news. Now Kroger is here to not just deliver groceries, but over-deliver with freshness guaranteed. And the coolest trucks. Literally, they're refrigerated to beat the heat, so your salad always has that farm fresh snap. Sound more than okay? Then order today at Kroger.com. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Get $10 off your next 3 orders for a savings up to $30. Offer valid with digital coupon.
Were you hurt in a vehicle and want compensation? When you're injured on the go, just call Mo. Did an accident leave you in need of representation? When you're injured on the go, just call Mo. When you're injured on the go, just call Mo.
Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney, sung by a non-attorney spokesperson.
Best price the first time. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Real Radio 104.1.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.
Come on now.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show right here on Real Radio 104.1.
Backward skate.
Thanks a ton for checking us out, not only today, but all week and all year, actually. We appreciate it dearly. We really do. I'm Jim. Deb is right there. Jack and Ross are there.
Yeah, we are.
Let's get a check of that Twitter poll real quick, Jack. Where are we now? By the way, we put this up earlier. If you want to get involved, it's at Jim Colbert Show on Twitter. We asked how many people in the audience had a sex toy.
That's right, Jimmy. And man, it's so close. It's 52% say they do.
Wow.
I did not think it would be 50-50. I thought it would be 70-25 to either side. I actually would have thought that more women, and maybe Jack's right, it's just the nature of the audience that more women would have said. And even the texting service was checking in, and a lot of guys were admitting to having sex toys, which I mean, I just never, I've never really heard of any of my friends admitting it. At least they may have had them, but they would have never admitted it. Like that would have never been a thing.
I don't really recall ever seeing them specifically designed for men outside of the old vinyl blow-up doll.
Yeah, sure. I mean, but if you meet somebody and you realize they have like a real doll, that's a game changer personality-wise, right?
Yeah.
Yes. But what's the difference though? I mean, why would that be a stigma? I mean, if you're a female and you use a vibrator to bring yourself to orgasm, and a male uses a real doll to do the same thing, is it that different?
It does seem so, because it's more than just taking care of
the need.
The need. It seems like there's more of a relationship with an inanimate object.
Or an attempt at one.
Yes.
And also, you know what also plays a massive role in that, reaction to a sex doll is how much money do you make a year?
Right.
Because if you drive my car and dropped $15,000 on a sex doll,
yeah, it tells a story, doesn't it?
What's up with them priorities, big dog?
Tells a story.
Buy a car.
I've only seen one in person, and I don't get it. Like, I don't know. I don't think I could do that. But then again, I don't have to worry about that.
Were you drunk? Because I also feel like that might change
No, I
some
wasn't
stuff.
drunk. I saw it at one of those stores. They had one in there, and it was just unbelievably real. I mean, there's no question. But, it's a doll.
It is. It is so. It's just odd. And what do you do with it? You just put it in your closet?
Yeah, I know. That's weird, right?
How
Well,
do
some
you-
people have
Like a steamer trunk.
They have dates with them and stuff. It's weird. Dress them up, like
Oh,
make dinner.
yeah.
It's,
I saw a video of a man who had to send his doll off for refurbishment and was talking about like getting the house ready for her return, and he picked out her special outfit. And
man, what do you have to do to one of those dolls to need it to get refurbished?
Yeah. Not take care of it, I guess.
well, I mean, just after time, the makeup isn't going to look as good, and
Oh man,
it doesn't cry.
No, I know, but I mean, if you're, oh man, I don't want to get into this conversation. Let's change it real quick. Because I mean, it's gross, right? You don't want to get into what could happen with the dolls.
Well,
I mean, the doll doesn't have it. It can't fight back.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to call in and be pissed.
Yeah, no, I mean, I know that. All right, 407-916-1041. I did want to bring this up, though, because there was an interesting story in USA Today that I read that was unique because they talk about massage parlors. We'll stay on the sex thing a little bit. And it was kind of one of those no-duh things, but I was thinking about it and thought that the massage parlor business, or the massage business in general, may be one of the most misconstrued businesses, or not. What's the word I'm looking for? Not misunderstood, because everybody understands, but the whole story was about how that massage school that teaches you how to do this led to prostitution. And they said it was a situation. It was a school they busted that was basically bringing you in to teach you how to do massages, and then of course, kind of you wound up in the sex business. But it started in a massage school, and of course, we know not only through Robert Kraft, through other busts throughout the years, not only here in Orlando, all throughout the state of Florida, and all throughout the world or the U.S., that these massage parlors, not reputable places like Massage Envy or any of those places that have really good reputations of being more of a clinical thing, but more of these like strip center massage places have that reputation. But I wonder how many actually are like that. And the reason I thought that is, like, what are the other businesses that have to deal with reputations like that? The only one I could think of, like used cars, went through many, many years where you couldn't trust to buy a used car because it was always considered to be a ripoff or a scam, or the person selling you as a scam artist.
You think about all the legitimate massage therapists and massage artists that have to carry that burden of that stigma and that reputation. Like, think of the at-home ones. They figure if you're going to their home, how many of them are propositioned in a way and just trying to do their job.
Yeah, there's $100 in the boot.
The same joke.
Is that what it is?
That's Tom Van. That's a little Tom Van joke.
It's just the same joke at every bar, at every family gathering. There's going to be that uncle. Just the same joke of like, oh yeah, happy ending.
Right, the happy ending. But but are there other businesses like I think that like if you were a tax agent, I don't know, that's kind of weird. But
Lawyers sometimes there's a negative until you need one, right?
Right, yeah. I mean, but I think the used car guys are one of the worst because they have to deal with that reputation. It's so funny. I had two friends, and still, I still consider them friends. I don't get to see them very much at all anymore. But the Thurston brothers, who owned a used car lot, that was one of our biggest sponsors when the Monsters in the Morning very first started. They kept us in business, and they were right there on 1792 for many, many years. Actually, until the downturn in 2008 is when they closed that store up and went a different way. But I mean, they were the greatest. I mean, many of our listeners in Orlando depended on Rich and Ron Thurston to have a reliable transportation, but yet they still dealt with that reputation all the time of being a cheesy used car dealer.
I bought a couple cars from them.
I bought a number of them from there. Can you guys think of any others that deal with that?
I don't know.
Like right off rip, they have bad reputations before you even do business with them.
I'm not gonna
mechanics.
I'm not gonna trust a doctor simply off of their doctor's office.
I'll give you one. Anyone who does either telephone sales or is trying to sell car extended warranties, legit ones.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you
can't anymore.
You can't even do that anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way. I got a call, and oh my God, they got me so good. They masked the incoming phone call as if it was coming from Geneva. So I thought it was maybe the guard gate on the front of the neighborhood, or something else, somebody else in Geneva I was doing business with, or had
nice flex.
It's just that's the truth though. But they no, it wasn't that. I picked it up, and sure enough, hi. And the minute you say hello, and there's that 2-second pause before they click over the service, and then you hear the voice engage you. They're like, "Hey, Otto," and I hear Otto, and I'm going, "I'm good." I can't even believe I answered.
They think you're Otto? They had the wrong guy.
No. Otto, I hear auto insurance or auto warranty, and I'm out.
I got 2 calls, 2 today. Usually it's a different name, but both for my name, both wanting to know if I wanted to sell my home.
Damn, man, you get that more
I get
than
that
I do
all the time.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've just got one.
Really?
Yeah.
I got one in the mail, and I think I got one call about 3 weeks ago, and I just remember going through my voicemail because if I don't know the number, I don't take the call.
That's exactly. I didn't take this call. I saw the message, and I was like, Nikki Fried wants to hear from you. If you've been getting these phone calls or text messages, our agriculture commissioner wants to hear from you because I guess it's solicitation.
Oh, wow, really? No.
Yeah.
Not a job, but definitely a title. I would think that the real Nigerian prince is having a hard time building trust with people.
It's going to be tough, yeah. He can't really offer anything, can he?
Someone really took advantage of the Nigerian prince. That sucks for that guy.
Yeah. I was just thinking that coming in. I was like, man, what other businesses have that reputation where the minute you just kind of announce what you do or what you are, everybody automatically kind of gasps or, man, you're that guy.
Dentists no.
Well, dentists is because of the pain thing. That's more of a phobia thing. I'm talking about like where you immediately have this weird trust issue, or there's a pre-existing
chiropractors.
A pre-existing aura about your business. Chiropractors is a good one too.
Any offer and/or deal at a gas station.
In what regard?
The amount of times I've heard this too many times. I guess they're just looking at my book cover and going, "Look at this little biatch. We can lie to this guy and he'll buy our stuff." And always with the same premise of, "Guys, so sorry to interrupt. I'm just trying to sell this projector. My boss bought too many of them."
And
speakers.
And props to them because they do have some really good pre-production on their scam because they'll pull out a magazine.
Yeah.
They're like, "That's the one right there," and it's identical to it. I don't know if they photoshopped it or whatnot, but I mean, $500 later.
Yeah, you're done.
I may try this. The texter just said he answers his phone any unknown numbers with FBI field office. This is Mike.
Oh, I saw a video of that recently with a guy with a really deep set of pipes. Waited for the scammer to call and said, "Thank you. You have called the CIA's Consumer Protection. Please hold while we download your incoming and outgoing call logs." Scammer click and never call back.
It's funny though, they know the laws better than you do.
Of course they do.
They know what they can and can't say and what they can and can't do, most of them, but you can piss them off. I told a story a few months back about a friend of mine who pissed them off and said a bunch of stuff, and what they did at that point is they changed the incoming mega call number to his phone number.
I remember you saying
so
that.
That means every time they put out a call for people to answer as a solicitation, it was his phone number. So when they called back to complain, they were calling my friend.
That's why you've got to be careful taking them on.
That's why you have to be very cool because, I mean, you don't know and they do.
Right.
I mean, they got your number, didn't they?
Yeah.
Did you guys ever do prank calls back in the day when you were younger?
Yeah, when we were kids.
The normal stuff, yeah. The normal stuff.
I didn't know that this was very common, but the whole like 3-way phone call that you start, but then you mute your phone, so then you have like dominoes calling Pizza Hut and they answer the phone, hopefully at the same time.
Oh, no, I haven't done that one.
And then you have going, welcome to Pizza Hut, welcome to Domino. What? No, you called me. No, you called me. And then you can do that with any business. Should I have said that?
No. Yeah, it's funny.
I'm sorry, Jack.
The three-way calling thing when I was a kid that was bad is you would call a buddy, or if you're trying to get somebody in trouble, call a girl or whatever, and then have the other person on the line with the other person not knowing they're there, and then get that person in the conversation about the person that's on hold and not saying anything, only to have them chime in and go, "Oh yeah,
yeah,
oh yeah." Man, that was terrible. Like now, that would get you killed.
I would prank, not call, but prank AOL Instant Messenger. Remember the AIM days? Did you guys ever?
Yeah. I didn't have that, but I knew about it.
ASL, age, sex, language, or location. And then me and all my gaggle of friends would pretend to be some
I remember
girl.
that.
And it got out of control real quick, man.
Yeah. Because
I was in 8th grade and I had like 4 boyfriends.
Yeah, and you can find some.
And now he's dreaming about me.
Okay.
And they're all 48.
Yeah. And
bus drivers.
You know what shut it down? A D-pic.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then that's when, I'm in 8th grade. Me and all my friends, that's what we used to do after school because we thought it'd be so funny to like we're basically catfishing guys of trying to get them super involved, and then we would just start saying the weirdest things. Then I want you to wrap me up in seaweed and sniff me.
Whatever, really?
Yeah, because we thought that was super funny.
And of course they're going, oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then we get people into it. Finally, I found my lover.
Right. I'm not really good at joking back in middle school because I think I just pranked myself into 4 serious relationships.
I would just smear ricotta cheese on you.
Yeah, and then it would we thought it'd be funny, and then photos got exchanged, and I'll never forget that mole.
That's how people get abducted, right? Exactly.
Never forget it.
Yeah. All right, 407.
It's in the photo, but it was so long ago. It was like one line at a time. It's like, what do you think it's going to be? It would take forever for the picture to come up. Oh my God!
Yeah, I think I see a belly button. What's next?
I don't think that is. I don't think it is.
Disconnect. Disconnect.
It is.
Goodbye.
Gets about a third of the way down. You're like, that's an odd looking bird.
Man, those AIM chat rooms. That was like the early stages of internet communication.
Zero regulation.
No whatsoever.
No, the AIM chat rooms used to have moderators. Did they not?
You could then break off into your own chat. And that's what would happen. You would go into chat rooms and it would just be ASL, and then it got uncomfortable.
Yeah, it got real gross real fast. Why is it that all the pervious people find out the technology the best first?
Because they're the perviest.
Exactly. Guy's been on the online 20 minutes and he knows how to send a D-pic to a 14-year-old acting like a 25-year-old girl. All right, 407-916-1041. It is time to load them up. Let's do last call. Call back from the show. Something funny, make us laugh. You get the idea. We'll get you into the summer of stuff, which includes a MacBook Pro, PS5 bundle, and, of course, a 70-inch LG HD TV. We're giving that away the day after Labor Day, courtesy of Code Black IT. Only one way to get in. Actually, 3 ways here. Our Instagram account, we'll do that in a minute. Also, last call and trivia. Last call's up next here on The Jim Colbert Show.
Make us think or make it funny. Just make it good. Get on board now for last call on The Jim Colbert Show. 407-916-1041.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. Well, we're going to have a lot of thunderstorms in the forecast each afternoon. Of course, today was a good example of that. We're going to see it again for Saturday. Morning sunshine followed by clouds building and then the boomers after 3 o'clock. A low tonight is 75. Tomorrow's high temperature 93 degrees. If you're heading to the beaches, it's going to be beautiful out there, but we could see some rip currents, especially on the East Coast beaches. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Amtrak. Amtrak. Whether you're craving a breath of fresh mountain air, an exciting new adventure, or just some free babysitting from Grandma, Amtrak can get you there. With more than 500 destinations across the country. Everything you're missing, just an Amtrak away.
Tools Ace Hardware is your place for paint. That's right, Ace, the only national retailer carrying Benjamin Premium Paint. That's the paint we use at my place. Love it. Goes farther than the others. Better coverage, better colors as well. Trained, knowledgeable paint department specialists make your paint project so easy to complete. Thousands of beautiful and timeless colors right there in their color center. You can match them up using that existing wall color or decor, or with their precision color matching software. Plus, when you purchase a color sample, you'll get $5 off when you come back to buy paint. And on top of that, with our Extra Mile Promise, we promise to get you everything you need for your paint project in one trip, or they will deliver it to you for free. That's right. Shop at any of the 11 convenient locations right here in Central Florida, or online at toolsacehardware.com.
This view was worth a hike.
Right? And it's a good way to stay on top of my health.
Yes, I'm Cologuard, a prescription colon cancer screening option for people 45 plus at average risk. Have you screened for colon cancer?
Not yet.
Don't wait. It's more treatable when caught in early stages.
Tell me more.
Cologuard is non-invasive and it's used at home. It detects altered DNA in your stool to find 92% of colon cancers.
92%?
Yup, even those in early stages.
This was seen in a clinical study with patients 50 and older. Any positive result should be followed by a diagnostic colonoscopy. False positive and negative results may occur. Cologuard is not a replacement for colonoscopy in high-risk patients. Do not use if you have had adenomas, have inflammatory bowel disease and certain hereditary syndromes, or a personal or family history of colon cancer.
Most insured patients pay $0. Ask your provider or an online prescriber if Cologuard is right for you, or visit Cologuard.com.
I'm in.
With RP Funding's digital mortgage, you can refinance your home loan to today's low rates from the comfort of your own home. Get started today and let me pay your closing costs. Lock in your low rate before it's too late. Visit rpfunding.com. NMLS 70168, Equal Housing Lender.
My crusade for the perfect pizza crust has led me here, pining over a backyard wood-fired oven. But how do I bake this build into my budget? Where can I get some solid guidance on my finances? Who can help me understand if I have the dough for this?
A little financial advice. At Regions, we know that's important because your Life Green checking account comes with Greenprint, financial planning with a banker who will help you create a personal budget and live in the moment. Make your appointment at regions.com/Greenprint. Regions Bank, member FDIC.
Game on. It's all things sports this week on the free iHeart app. We've got you covered from the hardwood of the NBA Finals to the grass of Wimbledon. And get you geared up for the Tokyo Olympic Games. Plus, get the latest gossip around the NFL with the NFL Podcast Network, exclusively on the free iHeart app, as well as the Dan Patrick Show and The Herd with Colin Cowherd. And we always have the music with hundreds of playlists for anything sports. iHeart Sports Week on the free iHeart app. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts all in one.
Hey there, homeowners. Are you experiencing pipe leaks? Do you have warm spots in your slab floor, or is your water bill unexpectedly high? A whole house repipe with brand new high-quality PEX or copper will permanently solve the problem. Repipe Specialists. Repipe in just 1 to 2 days at half the cost of a plumber with a lifetime guarantee. We'll even take 20% off our already low price and receive 0% interest when you call today at 407-449-8973. 407-449-8973.
There are 1,000 reasons you're too busy to shop for groceries. 1,001 if you include teaching your cat Sprinkles to high five. So order your groceries from Walmart instead. Our team of expert shoppers is trained to handpick the best, freshest items, and you can choose fast delivery or free pickup. So you get the juiciest tomatoes, sweetest mangoes, and tastiest ribs while saving time for other things. If that doesn't earn you a high five from Sprinkles, I'm not sure what will. Order your groceries from Walmart today. $35 minimum. Delivery fees and restrictions apply.
I've been watching this tree all year long, wondering on what side of the fence will the mango fall? Mine or my neighbor's? Well, the mangoes always fall on your side during mango season at Pollo Tropical, featuring the new Mango Habanero Barbecue Duels, grilled chicken and pork with sides, or on a Troppy Chop with our new fries, topped with tangy Mango Habanero Barbecue sauce. And since you can never have enough mango, we've got mango cheesecake and mango lemonade. Summertime is mango time at Pollo Tropical, and make it a party with our new $2 rum mojitos.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
This is about as good as it gets. Like and follow at Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 104.1.1.1.1.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. Real Radio 104.1. Last segment before we get the hell out of Dodge, get our weekend going. Tom and Dan will be up here for you in a second. Are we doing a replay on Bungalow on the Bus tonight?
Yeah, there will be an episode tonight. Absolutely.
And Angel is What the Hell is Angel listening to? Of course, Sunday mornings here on Real Radio are legendary. Two of the most iconic music shows in the history of the city appear. Sunday morning coming down with Joseph Martins, and of course in the evening, Eric Dennison's Sunday Night Vinyl. Both, I think, collectively on the air for Sunday Night Vinyl's been on the air for 30 years?
And world famous.
Yeah.
Sure.
It has. I mean, off and on. Off and on for 30 years. I mean, they had a little break there where it went away, but I mean, it came right back here recently.
Yep.
And of course, Joseph's been on there forever. Traveling musician with his wife Jessie, who is a maestro fiddle player.
Cool.
Joseph was part of the what was it, the
Hindu Cowboys.
Hindu Cowboys, yeah.
Oh yeah.
He was part of the Hindu Cowboys. Actually, I think it was his band, wasn't it?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So Sunday mornings here, legendary. Matter of fact, I think it goes from 8 until like 1 or something.
Sunday morning coming down goes from 9 until 1 p.m. because at 8 we have a show called, what's it called?
Yeah,
again?
Part-Time Kitchen.
That's it.
We're talking to Old Red, the guys from Old Red. That's Blake Shelton's restaurant out on I Drive. We're talking to him this week, and we're talking to those guys. Not him personally, but the head chef.
Well, no, he's probably still on his honeymoon.
Oh, yeah. They got
after
married.
he and Gwen Stefani got married.
How's speaking of that, how's wedding planning going, buddy? We haven't talked about that in a little bit. Everything all right?
Yeah, no.
Well, he's dreaming about me. That's any indication.
I have not told her that.
Okay.
So Central Florida found out before she did.
I mean, is it going all right? I mean,
it's going great. It's still a little stressful. I'm still in the phase of wedding planning of save money.
Yeah.
Just don't spend it and go put it in that other account. And that exact tone of voice. That's what I do every time. That's how I sound every time I deposit, let's say, $1,000 into it.
Sure, yeah. Yesterday, you were actually talking about something, or not yesterday, a couple days before, about changing your wardrobe. Or a friend of yours that just kind of blew up?
Who does that?
That's a thing now. Actually, the only story I had left to talk about today before we got into that last stuff was a story about COVID pandemic wardrobe upgrades have been like a thing. Because what's happening is people have been wearing the same clothes for the last 18 months, sweatpants, T-shirts, whatever the case may be, and they're coming out of their shells now, and they want to go back. They're going back to work. You know, we got that email last week for us where a lot of people they'll start coming back into the building. We're seeing a little bit more action around here, maybe not on our floor, but there are other people in the building when their businesses are showing back up, and people want to look nice. So they're going out and they're spending money on clothes, and they're trashing their other clothes. I say trashing them, but they're turning them into like Goodwill and stuff like that.
I was extremely jealous of him. And that's why I brought it up, because I couldn't get over, like, oh, yeah, you can do that. This is the US of A, and you can do whatever you want.
$2,000's a lot. Now, that would be a lot for me for a...
And we're talking a couple pairs of shoes. I think it was either 1 or 2 pairs.
Yeah.
He even bought shoes.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, for me, that, we shop at that Nordstrom Rack place.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get destructively good deals on really cool stuff. Good clothes, really well made. And there's a particular kind of jeans that I found myself liking to wear, and they only have them there. So I have to go there and buy them. No, not Wet Seal. It's Joe's jeans.
Joe's jeans.
Yeah, they're kind of stretchy, so they fit my fat ass pretty well.
I mean, do they have like an elastic thing?
No, not an elastic band or something, dummy.
I'm just saying.
They're not like gym short jeans.
Are they like pregnant jeans?
No, they just have a little bit of stretch, so that when I get fat, and I do.
Let's get you with some of them pregnant khakis.
Still look dope. All right, 407-916-1041. I know that we had on this week was NaomiBradshaw.com appeared Tuesday for Tracing Trauma. Yeah. She told us she's going to be on Growing Boulder this weekend with Amy Sweezy, who joined us on Wednesday. When does that appear again? I want people to make sure they check that out, because I just got another notification on Facebook that was coming up.
Yeah, so that's tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. on the local PBS affiliate is WUCF. So Growing Boulder is scheduled to run at 9:30 a.m., and that's supposed to feature her story that Amy interviewed my wife, NaomiBradshaw.com, in our backyard a couple months ago, and it's finally ready to air. And then I believe beyond that, it's if you have a smart TV, they have their own app. Just whether it's the PBS app or it's the Growing Boulder app, and then you can watch it that way as well. But tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. PBS.
Is recording live TV still a thing? Like the TiVo technology, is that still around? Is that DVR?
It is for me. I use it every day because of I got an Amazon Recast device, which partners with a home antenna. So I put an antenna up to catch over-the-air signals because I like the news and I like some of the local network
CBS
stuff.
Sunday morning, right?
Right. I didn't want to lose the network stuff. And so the antenna connects to that, and then that connects to my Wi-Fi. And any TV with the Fire Stick, I can then access, record, and, and it automatically now, I learned, picks up like Pluto TV, IMD, all the free.
God almighty.
It's a tough one.
IMD TV is a damn good channel.
Yeah.
It is IMD TV.
IMDb?
IMDb TV.
Oh. There you go.
Yeah, Internet Movie Database Television.
Correct.
There you go.
So, and that all, that my DVR also, feeds that so I can record anything that happens on those.
Man, I haven't done that in so long. We don't have DVRs because I haven't had Spectrum or a DVR box or anything for so long. I know that you can do that on our smart TV. There are apps where you can do that, but I just haven't used it yet.
YouTube TV lets you record and stuff.
Yeah, Sling lets you record.
I got our Instagram winner.
Oh, who is that?
His name is Craigums.
Craigums.
Oh, that's so cute.
You are now in the summer of stuff. And real quick, tell us, everybody, about the comedy tour.
Man, I'm so excited to tell people about this because this has been an idea for a very long time. All you have to do, if you want to come out and support me and Sabrina Ambra from the News Junkie, we are doing a Real Radio We Come to You comedy tour. It's only 2 stops, but I think to make it a tour, you just need more than one show. That's what I lied and convinced myself of. July 24th, I'm over in Ocala at the Marion Theater. July 31st, I'm over in Leesburg at the Melon Patch Theater. These are theater shows. This is a big venue, and I'm trying to fill it out. Go ahead and get your tickets now at orlandocomedy.com.
Great lineup. Going to be a great evening of comedy. I'm probably going to wind up at the Leesburg show for sure. Okay,
Watch out.
Save me a seat.
Oh, maybe a guest spot.
Deb, who do we have to thank today?
We want to thank Corona Cigar Company, Nicole Dupre, and Co-Black IT for our summer of stuff.
Absolutely. That Corona cigar this week is that 20th anniversary Nicaraguan from Corona. It's the Churchill size. It is a winner. $9. It is all the cigar you want for $9 for sure. Let's get a final count on that Twitter poll, Jack.
Yeah, Jim, still, the question was a simple one. Do you own a sex toy? And it's coming in, even with more people voting, same percentage at 51% say yeah.
All right, good. Well, about 50% of the audience has a sex toy. Nothing wrong with that. I won't judge you, I promise. All right, you guys ready?
Ready.
I love that voice.
Dan, last call.
My wife considers me a sex toy. And while I was pondering on Ross' thoughts, I was in my boat, and I caught a red snapper on Lake Lickaснatchie.
Okay, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate
Nailed
it very
it.
much. Yeah, nailed it. Michael P., last call.
Hey, Ross, I know what you should do about your Jack dreams.
Okay, what should I do?
Kate, change your sheets, bro.
I'm sorry, guys.
Dr. Copperfield, last call.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Oh, my God. Jim, crew, you guys, it's amazing when you think you know somebody, whether it be a girlfriend, a wife, a boyfriend, or whatever, all these fetishes is what keeps the psychologists and psychiatrists in business. Even I'm weird, and my wife has lived with my weirdness for 25-plus years.
Okay, she just coughed in the background, I think.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
Is that your fetish?
Loosen the
last
gag.
call.
Loosen the gag.
Charles, last call.
Yeah, Jimmy, just want to say you are the original D-pick of Real Radio.
Okay, thanks, buddy. That's good. So that was the original D-pick of Real Radio. I kind of want to reward that. Was anything better than that?
Yeah, no, I thought that was pretty solid. I just don't understand why I don't think you actually look like one.
Charles, you're a winner, but I'm going to put you on hold. I don't mind that a little bit. Charles, I'm going to put you on hold. You are now in the summer of stuff, courtesy of Code Black IT, MacBook Pro, PS5 bundle, and 70-inch LG TV up for grabs just a little bit later this summer. Thanks for listening today. Had a great week of shows. We'll see you Monday for sure. On behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ross, I am Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters in the Morning. After us, Tom and Dan with the corporate time. We have Bungalow in the Bus. And, of course, what the hell is Angel listening to? Let's see. We'll be back Monday for more of the Jim Colbert Show around 3 o'clock. Until then,
have a wonderful weekend.
Have a great weekend.
Yeah.